know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Hey, is this working? Okay. Hey, EDC Squirrel here, and we've got another unboxing today. I hope this works fine because I'm trying another way to like do my audio. And I've been experimenting with different ways, and I think this might work a little better so I don't cut out nearly as much. Hey, I'm Morgan. Hey, Waylon. Hey, Blue. My daughter, Blue. And Morgan, can you not just say hi like a normal person when you get in? Good grief. I'm excited because I sit on these packages for like ever. And like, so, can you imagine getting a package in the mail? It's not as crisp as usual. I'm using my, how do you pronounce this thing? My lavalier? I'm using a clip-on mic because if I try to use, when I was using my normal gaming mic, every time I moved away from like, every time I moved like away, like say 5 inches or just turned my head, that's when you guys would like barely hear me. So at least this one's moving around with me. So anyway, well, this is what I was actually using before, except now I have it attached to my computer. It used to be attached to my phone. So now this one's getting filtered and all that other fun stuff. So I'm hoping it sounds even better than at least just the phone. It might not sound as good as my normal mic though. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying some new stuff. Unfortunately today, USPS is being USPS because normally they deliver in the morning, and I was expecting like another 5 or so packages today. But they are late. They are late today. They were late yesterday. Normally they're here like way before I start my stream. But apparently either somebody's on vacation or somebody's on, I don't know. Somebody else picked up the wrong boxes, but I am missing some boxes today. I still have plenty to unbox, but you know how irritating that can be. So they might make it here. Yeah, next week's haul. If they make it here while I'm streaming, I will run my butt down there, grab the packages, and run them right back up here. Excuse me, and run them right back up here. If not, I might try to save them for next week's haul. It's just going to suck because now it's a few more days of me staring at boxes I can't open. But anyway, yes, we do still have a few boxes. The majority of these packages are going to be admittedly traditional knives. I think I still have some other, I might have another modern knife or two in here. I know I've got a Titan knife in here. Actually, one of the packages that was supposed to be in here today was another Titan knife. A little upset that didn't make it in. I'm keeping an eye on the packages though, just in case. Like I said, I will run my butt down there if they manage to deliver while I'm streaming. But anyway, let's get this started because I have no idea how long this is going to take. Normally, I like to start with like the soft packages first and say, yes, I have boxes for later. But let me move some of this stuff out of the way because I am actually going to start with a box because admittedly, I couldn't wait. I opened this one. I couldn't wait. It came so early, and I was really actually waiting for this one in the mail. And when it came, I might have dropped the knife on it, and the knife might have fallen perfectly along the seam of the tape, and it might have like just opened the box perfectly. But I have to look because there's another thing in here that I have not looked at. And this is actually from Titan Knives, so this is a little early today. Normally I save Titan Knives for last because sometimes I kind of hope Titan shows up. But this is going to be early today. I got something from Titan, and the little one I haven't opened, which is why I'm curious about it. But I got this from them. Actually, it was early this week, so yeah, I was staring at this one for a while. This is not your typical knife. This is a razor. And yes, I have tried this. Yes, it will cut hair. Yes, I am a lot shorter now. But it's kind of neat. They bring it out, or they include a leather holster. I don't know why you'd holster a razor. I've got a honing rod that they included, which is kind of neat. But this is a Damascus straight razor, again from Titan International US, and it was okay when I got it in terms of sharpness. I did hone it, and this will shave. Oh my god! I know I cleaned my phone lens this time. Is this just not focusing well, or is it just the light? Maybe it's just the light. I did hone this, and this will shave. Hold on. I have shaved with it. Not my face, because I'm not that crazy. Let's see. Has any hair grown back in? I test a lot of knives on, especially razors, on my arm, which is probably not the best thing to do. But this will shave hair. I mean, I could probably do a better job of honing it. I just sort of did a quick job. But that does, I don't know if it's hard for you. I know it's probably got to be hard for you to tell. But that will cut hair. I could probably do a little bit more honing on it. The thing is, these are a true Damascus steel. I forgot the mix of the steel that they use. But you want to keep these guys oiled. And I don't plan on keeping this out for too long. But really beautiful razor. It is sharp as all get out. I mean, I would probably work it a little bit more because it will shave hair. Just I would like it a little sharper. I know I could do a better job. I just sort of did a quickie. But I also keep them wrapped in, when I get them, I get them wrapped in saran wrap because he oils them. And I found out if you keep a non-stainless steel knife in some leather holsters, depending on what they use to tan this leather, sometimes it could actually speed up the corrosion. I don't know in this case, but in my case, I just rather it be like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Brett, how you doing? Brett is my secret online girlfriend. So it's good to see her. How you doing, Brett? This is the one I was curious about because he likes to toss in extra stuff every time I order. And I haven't looked at this one yet. And he's always tossed in a little knife. And I think I got a sharpener the first time. Oh, the hell is this? Terry, how you doing? Oh, no way. I'm not flipping this thing around. Okay, I see what it is. Lego. I've never seen this on the table during the auctions. This one's new. It's a little finger blade. Not even a little like utility blade. That's kind of neat. Just sort of like roughly forged. That's a nice little toss in. I mean, I can't complain. Not like I paid for it. How you doing, Brett? Oh, God. It's the day of the daughters in chat. No kidding. All right. So this is a nice little toss in. I don't know how sharp that is. It's got a little bit of a burr on there. I mean, I can sharpen that up easily. Yeah, I can sharpen that pretty easily. Yeah, you need it? Yeah. Ooh, that is oiled up pretty well. I'm going to go wrap that back up. Yeah, this is one that I'm going to end up having to cover and like, you know what? I'm just going to cover that in oil. And then I'll futz around with this and maybe sharpen it up later. Titan uses a lot of high carbon steel. And I know they use a mix of a high carbon and a stainless for the Damascus. I don't know on this one because I don't think this is a Damascus steel blade. I'm just going to guess it's a high carbon steel on this one. But for the Damascus, they use a mix of a high carbon and a stainless steel. So you still got to take care of it, even with that stainless steel in there, because the high carbon steel itself will rust. That's a neat little like neck knife. That's pretty cool. I've got so many of these. Brad, if you're nice, maybe I'll send it to you. I've got one I still got to send to Kenny. But I've got so many knives like this. Oh my God. Okay, now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're going to start unboxing some stuff. Let me put this stuff away. I got so much stuff from Titan. Okay. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? You missed a little bit from Titan. And I am keeping an eye on USPS just in case they happen to deliver at the same time that I'm streaming. It probably won't. But if I'm lucky, they will, and we'll have more. I never said you know what? Like I said, I still gotta send a knife to Kenny. I'll toss that to you because I've got so many of those. Not that one in particular, but I got so many small knives. And I'll be honest, I have no idea where I'm putting them all. Okay, we're gonna start with the packages. I like to save the boxes for later. This one I got from R&B auctions. I don't know. I can't remember what half these are. So like I said, I think most of these are traditional. I'm pretty sure I've got a modern knife or two in here. And it's kind of like Christmas every time I do this stuff. This is one of the reasons why I enjoy doing this. It's just because it's been fun. I don't have to what? I'm going to need another garbage bag. You found a new display case you're going to buy for Christmas? This one is from Elk Ridge. And apparently they have a price tag on this for 20 bucks. I know I didn't pay 20 bucks for this. Because I'm cheap as hell. We got the tape in there? Just cut? There we go. This is an Elk Ridge knife. I don't know what this is yet. Elk Ridge is made in China. I can't argue with a lot of where these knives are made because a lot of the knives I like to collect. I love USA made knives, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them are from China also. They do a really bang up job. You'd be surprised at how many knife companies are actually owned in USA. The products are made in China or the parts are made in China and they're put together in the USA. But the USA companies keep really strict quality control over what they get. And you'd be surprised at how much money the USA companies make, even though these items are made in China. So they get a pretty good cut of it. Anyway, again, this is from Elk Ridge. I don't know. Ooh, it's heavy. Oh, yes! I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. I don't know what I'm doing with that. This is it's like a camper knife from Elk Ridge. I'm pretty sure that's a wood. These are wood scales on this handle. But you have a spoon. You have, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be, yeah, you got a spoon. I don't know if these come out. Somebody told me these might come out, but I'm not gonna force anything. You've got a fork. So you got a spoon and fork. Obviously, you got yourself a knife. Oh God, that thing's strong. Okay, there you go. Obviously, you have yourself a knife. I don't know, like I said, if these, well, the knife I'm pretty sure doesn't. I don't know if the fork and the knife, or the fork and the spoon come off. And this thing has a hell of a snap. You're going to lose a finger. Well, maybe not with a spoon and fork, but that knife is going to... I don't want to force it. No, I don't know if it does or not. I don't want to force it. Either way, you got a spoon, knife, fork. You're... I saw this. I know I didn't pay a lot for it, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, hobo knife. Thank you. Hobo knife. I knew it wasn't like a camping. That wasn't the name. I just couldn't remember it. It's the first thing that popped in my head. But yeah, wood scales. I'm not too familiar with Elk Ridge. I know I've seen the name before. Most of the stuff I tend to pick up usually is Rough Rider. I've been working on trying to get some Case, and then Imperial will, find its way to me now and then. But that's pretty cool. I saw this. I had to bid on it. I forgot how much I got it for. I know I didn't pay the 20. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay over 10. So I think I got a pretty good, I think I got this at a pretty damn good deal. But that's neat. That is neat as hell. I could not pass that up. So we got an Elk Ridge. That was from, I forgot who that was from. Oh yeah, R&B Auctions. That's kind of neat. You know, I need some coffee. I need some coffee. Oh, I forgot. Excuse me. I have a cough and I put throat numbing stuff in my throat. It does not make coffee taste good. Blech. I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to drink water. Okay, so that was pretty cool. I like that hobo knife. That's awesome. You know, one good thing about me having like crap memory is like it's a surprise every time. Even though I know I ordered this, it's a surprise every time. All right. Excuse the squeaky chair. Who am I going to open next? This one, let's try. We're going to start with a smaller and go to the big. We're going to go from small to big. This one is from Youth Rev Knives. I don't know what it is, but nearly every auction I've been to and nearly every auction that their primary thing is traditional knives, it's almost always being sold by a reverend, a pastor, somebody, you know, like a reverend, pastor, whatever. I don't know if this is like a pastime for a lot of them, or this is just an extra way that they make money for their church. Wouldn't be the first time I got one of those stickers. We toss that in there. But yeah, they're almost always like a reverend, a preacher, pastor, whatever. This one, oh, okay. I forgot about this company. Excuse me, my cough. Good grief. This one is a Marbles. This is the other one that tend to fall in my lap. These are really inexpensive. This one is I don't know what this is. I know I picked it up. I just can't remember what material. Oh my god, I'm getting ink all over my hand. Because I do this confidential ink thing on the labels, and it doesn't always dry fast. This looks like Micarta? Night Edge, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. You subscribe because of the name of the channel? Appreciate it. There's gonna be a lot of traditional knives here today. I collect a lot. Mainly modern knives, but I've got a fondness now for these more traditional knives. This one's a marble. I'd like to say it's some type of micarta. I just don't know what. It's orange and black. This is why I got it. This is a cotton sampler. I always just found this blade shape to be really neat. Cotton sampler knife from Marbles. Now, they say they made this blade shape because when they got bunches of cotton to sample, they cut a little bit, had a spoon-like blade. That way you can check quality. They had a flat spot, I guess, where you can rub some of the cotton across this flat spot to also test for quality. However, I found out that there were cotton sampler knives that just looked like pretty much regular knives. And this one, there were knives of this blade shape that existed but weren't called cotton samplers before. But for some odd reason, somehow they just, more and more people started to adopt them for use in sampling cotton. And they sort of like took over the original knives, and now these were known as cotton samplers. And that's history, basically. So these weren't these were actually made before these types of this type of blade profile existed before they were called cotton samplers. They were just sort of adopted for that industry, and now they became known as cotton samplers. But I don't know what it is about the blade. I like unique blade shapes, and these are really just really cool. I dropped something on my leg. That better not have been a knife. Again, this one's made by Marbles. Kind of hard with this freaking light. And it's hard to tell. I'd like to say it's a micarta scaled handle. That's what it looks like to me. Very light. It's a lot lighter than the other cotton samplers I've gotten. Slip joint, so no lock. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to spend too much time on these. I don't know how long this will go. Today's stream will go, but I don't plan on doing any cutting tests unless I come up with something really interesting. And what's playing on my screen? I hear something. Okay. There was something playing on my screen. I don't think you guys heard it. Now, this one, I think I got as a giveaway from them. And yeah, I got this as a giveaway from them after winning this guy. This one is made by Frost Cutlery. And this, if you love freedom, thank a veteran. I can't argue with that. Frost Cutlery looks like okay, I don't think that's a sodbuster. What is it? Waylon! You'd say it's linen micarta. That's what it looks like. I just know some type of micarta. More often than not, it's linen. Sometimes it'll get burlap. Sometimes it'll even get paper. But it looks like that Marbles might have been a linen one. Synthetic handle on this one. Kind of neat. Frost Cutlery. Ooh, I'm not even in the camera. Frost Cutlery surgical steel. That's pretty cool. Nice, neat little pocket knife. I just realized I can't sniff on screen, and I've got like allergies. My girlfriend's got the windows open. My other girlfriend's got the windows open. Sorry, Brett. But that's pretty cool. Either way, that's pretty neat for a freebie. I'm not going to argue with that. That's got a pretty good snap to it too. That's cool. I can hear my girlfriend in the other room scream. She's either winning or losing giveaways. I got her hooked on this freaking app. Okay, that was from Youth Rev Knives. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to need another box for all these boxes. Oh, sticker. Where'd it go? There we go. All right. Do a quick check on the USPS. Just to see if I'm lucky. I am not. Okay, we're going to go on to the next package. What do we got here? I'm trying to go from smallest to biggest. This one is from Jason Log. And apparently is leaking a lot of ink on my hand. Well, it's not leaking, but yeah, this ink is not drying. But this is from Jason Log. I think I got a couple knives in here. I'm trying to be careful with this one because this one's wrapped up pretty tight, and I don't want to cut anything I don't want to be cutting. Oh, if this is what I think it is, this might be there might be a modern knife in here. I've got, oop, that came out of the box, whatever the hell that was. Okay, so I've got a giveaway win. I think this was a buyer's giveaway that I won for buying a knife that was in the bigger box. I'm going to keep that upside down. And hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to start with opening the giveaway because I'm pretty sure the one that's in the big box is a modern knife. Well, I think they're both modern knives. This one, the giveaway that I won, is from Baron Son. Baron Son is an American, they're a USA knife maker. This one labeled made in the USA. And I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Oh, hello. You are very golden. I don't. Ugh! That's gotta. That's gotta snap. That's big. I'm gonna have to oil this too. I don't know what kind of steel this is. I know nothing about this knife other than it's a Baron. It is a Baron Sun, right? It's not just a box. No. We've got a Baron Sun stamp, USA. So that's cool. Bear and Son, they have different knives. You got Bear and Son, which I think are predominantly they're made in the USA knives. You have Bear Ops, which has I think a mix of USA made knives and USA assembled knives, where some parts may not be sourced in the US, but they're assembled in the US. And then I think you have Bear Edge, where I think it might be assembled in the USA, but the materials are definitely sourced from other locations. Yeah, plain and simple. I'm going to call this a sod buster, because or a hunt. Maybe it's a hunter. I don't know. Waylon, tell me. The gold is a nice one. Blue, you're fired. Just in case I have. You're my daughter. I might as well. I am going to accidentally hit report. No, I'm kidding. There we go. But interesting gold scales on this one. This is a slip joint, so it's not a locking blade. A very minimal pocket clip, which doesn't look to be reversible. No, it's not reversible. And it's a tip-up carry, which I like. But yeah, very minimal pocket clip on that one. Pretty neat. And this was a giveaway, so surprisingly grippy for something that's so smooth. Pretty cool. I cannot argue with it. How long? Oh my God, I forgot my... I usually have my measuring tools out and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't really know much about this knife. Does it say on here, or am I going to have to measure this? Made in USA. Everyone respects a bear. You would hope so. Where is it? What? There is a sticker. 4.6-inch Clyde wall? Large lock. No, large. I don't know. I don't know what the letters mean. FHW CBX, handle with care in the state of California, causes cancer. Okay. Whatever. Everything causes cancer. Cancer causes cancer. Didn't really get much information on that one though. We've got, what do we got here? So this is a 3.5-inch blade. Overall length, we've got just a hair under 8 inches. While open, closed. Gotta be careful with this one, because it does not. This one, it's a slip joint, but it does not have a midpoint stop. You've got fully open, and then there go your fingers. So there's no midpoint stop on this one. And we've got a closed length of about 4.5 inches. So pretty cool though. I like that. That's neat. Again, I cannot argue with a freebie. Is there anything else in here? Oh. It came with a suit. You know what? I completely forgot. Before I put it back in the suit. Because I have no idea when I'm going to get back to, like, cleaning and oiling, which I do with like every knife that I get. And since I'm streaming this live, I have no idea when I'm going to get back to it, because I've got a busy day. So just going to do this real quick before it puts on its dinner jacket. Good enough. And then I'll deal with that again later. All right. All snug and cozy. And that goes right back in the box. Now, like I said, this was a giveaway, and in order to enter this particular giveaway, I had to buy something, and that was in this box. It's a big one. Well, the box is a big one. I have a feeling the knife isn't that big. Excuse me. This is made by a company that I'm not too familiar with. I've only heard of them a few times. This one's comes from DEF CON. I don't know what the jungle knife is. I'm assuming they're owned or sister company to DEF CON. I have no idea. I'm just familiar with DEF CON. So this one's from DEF CON. I don't think they might have some stuff on Amazon. I don't believe I've seen this one on Amazon. But they do have their own website. And if I remember correctly, these normally run for around $80. That's a hefty box. There's a lot of stuff in here. A little soft foam protective padding. We have a DEF CON microfiber cloth. That'll get used. And we have candy. Oh, we have a little tool. Looks like probably a T6 and T8. That's always neat. Where the hell did this stuff come from? Ew, dirt. And here's the knife in a very soft velvety bag with a little friction lock. And a plastic bag, which is then encased in a safe, in a paper bag, and plastic wrapper, and cellophane. Okay, here we go. This is a DEF CON. I have no freaking clue. Tell me you have a name. The TF6010BK. That is a part number. I forgot what they call this damn thing. Is there anything? You gonna tell me what you are? Are you no? Okay, you are. You're gonna be just super secretive, and you're not gonna say a damn thing about you. Gotcha. I see how it is. Anyway, this one's pretty neat. Excuse my coughing. My apologies. Let me look it up. I know I can look it up. I just have to go to their website. Because this one's an interesting knife. Looks like DEF CON Tactical. Shop. Something. Oh, that's not going to help me because they have a billion friggin' knives. I'd like to say it's called a fulcrum, but I could be wrong. I know how much it's supposed to be online, or at least on their site. I just can't remember what it's called. I just know I think it's a DEF CON fulcrum, and you'll see why I think it's the fulcrum. But let me click on this one. Yep, JK Series fulcrum. I'm just looking at a different color. This one is obviously black. I'm pretty sure it's black G10. You've got a pocket clip, which is reversible. It's not a deep carry. And you've got a steel backliner. Goes about halfway in the back. And you have a back flipper. You've got like a top flipper? Mohawk flipper? Not exactly in the front, but okay. And the way this works, let's do it this way, see how that goes. That's pretty smooth. Henry, how you doing? And then you got the DEF CON logo. If it will focus. What do we got in the back? Jungle Knives. So I guess that might be a parent sister company. Or Jungle Knife. 14C28N, which is awesome. I probably would not have gotten it otherwise. If it wasn't 14C28N or higher, or Nitro V or higher. And then we've got what appears to be, if it'll focus even better, the part number, USA Design. Now, I don't know if all the materials are US origin or not, but it's at least USA Design. And we'll see how that top flipper works. I don't know. I like front flippers. never futzed with a top flipper, so oh, okay, that worked. Yes, this is called the fulcrum, and this is what I was going to get at next, because it has a pivot lock. You notice there's no button off the side, there's no crossbar lock, there's no liner lock button, whatever. In order to release the blade, there's a button right on the pivot. If you can see right here, button on the pivot. Pressing that releases the blade, and you can close it, or you can actually hold it down. And I am not good at this. Flick it out. But it is a pivot lock. Vosteed has their own Vancor lock, which I don't know the internals of the Vancor lock, but it works pretty much in a similar way where the button is at the pivot. I've been wanting one of those for a long while, haven't got one yet. And then I saw this on auction, managed to snag this at a pretty good price. I know I didn't pay full price, that's for sure. And I got all excited and basically sat on it until I got it. I don't know how I feel about the top lock. It's a little weird. The little mohawk thing. Because it's not in front, which I'm used to. I mean, I can get used to that, I guess. So I'm kind of glad that they have the back flipper. And regardless, you've got the button you can use to release the blade. Pretty solid. Oh, wait a second. That's kind of cool. I just looked inside. How does that work? Okay, I know I'm staring at this weird. This looks like it's a liner lock mechanism. If you can look closely, the blade is locked by this bar here, which is part of the inner steel liner. So that makes this a liner lock. However, when you press down on, how does this release? Oh, that's weird. How does that work? Because I would think, since the liner lock is coming from that one direction, like I would figure the pivot you'd have. I don't know how that works, but that's kind of cool. You can see it release. You move the liner out of the way in order to release the blade. That's cool. I don't know how the Vancor lock works, but this is pretty neat. I was wondering about that sound, because liner locks have a very particular sound when they lock, and it's a very satisfying sound, a very satisfying click. And I heard that, and I thought, I didn't think too much of it, but you get that feeling that it's definitely locked up. And well, now I know. That's cool. And they got it well oiled too, especially for a 14C28N blade. I don't really need to do that, and that's solid. That blade is not wiggling. I got no movement side to side, no movement up and down. That's a solid lock. Very solid lockup. How's this look like? That's very well centered in there. I know I'm gushing over this and spending a lot of time on this knife, but still, my main collection are modern knives. I've just only relatively recently gotten to the traditional stuff. That's pretty slick. And even for a rear flipper, they've kept the lines on this pretty small. So it's not like jutting out really far. You don't have much of a top flipper, or whatever you want to call this. I wonder if I can. There we go. Oh, cool. The first knife I've had that I can do that with. Reach over and grab it from the top. I've got a bunch of front flippers, but I've never been able to just do it from the top. That sounds weird. Because they just didn't work well. Or at least not for my hand. That's cool. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think I've seen these on Amazon. So I don't know if I can get a Amazon link to you guys, but I know I think it was, what was it called? defcon-usa.com. You can get them there. Like I said, the Fulcrum, which I believe this is what it is. I saw a gray one is what I was looking at. And oh, that's a different steel. It looks the same, but they got one with an M390 steel, and that's going for $200. That is not the same. I know the Fulcrum that this is, I believe, was going for 80, 90 bucks. Oh, what? Found it. There it is. Okay. Apparently I clicked the wrong one. It is the Fulcrum Light. And that one is $89.99 on their website. Caged bearings. I felt that. Could have mentioned that. Leverage lock is what they call it. Designed by Frank Shee. Is it Frank Show? Frank Shee. Frank Shee. Drop point 14C28N. Blade length 3.2 inches. Satin silver blade. Yeah, it is a G10 composite with various combo colors. So, well, this one's all black. And I guess they have different colors of like black and silver, black orange, OD green, carbon, desert tan, and limited lifetime warranty. So there you go. And lanyard hole. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to see it on Amazon. But that's pretty damn cool. I like that a lot. That is going to be that is an awesome addition to my collection. Of course, my daughter's just waiting for me to pass away so she can get all this shit. I know you. Okay, let's get this all back in the bag. We got more boxes to open. I might be dragging my feet in hopes that USPS actually manages to deliver, because they're already late. But I'm hoping they're going to deliver a little earlier than super late. I'm going to keep checking. But that is DEF CON and Bear and Son, and that was from Jason Log. So that is freaking cool as hell. Okay, next package. Should speed this up because, oh my god, this is taking longer than I thought. This one is from Clay64. I'm using a Kaiser drop bear utility knife, if anybody's wondering. This one's got a few things in it. And that just bit my nail. Ow. Thankfully, that was my nail. This one's got a few things in it. We've got... yes. This one, we're back to some traditional knives. And again, from Clay64. We're going to start off with this one. This one's a Rough Rider. Again, these are the ones that I tend to collect the most of. The Rough Rider, they're Chinese made, but and they're super inexpensive in comparison to a lot of the knives that are out there. I mean, for a Rough Rider, you're generally looking at anywhere from like 15 to like their highest end. I don't think I've ever seen anything go over 100. There might be, but most of the stuff is going to be around the $15 to $25 range, which makes these super inexpensive. And especially if I get them on auction, I'm cheap. I admit, I hunt for the deals. So a lot of times I'll get these for 5, 10, maybe 15 bucks, depending. It depends on the auction, all that other fun stuff. This one's a Rough Rider Denim Micarta, which I've got a few models already. And the cool thing about these is they're very, very collectible. Like you've got the Denim Micarta series, you've got other series like the Black Widow series, and they always have like a few different styles of knives that all fit within that same series. In this case, Denim Micarta. And what I have here, wrapped in the paper, is is this not a? Was this a Barlow? They never really tell you. What else is in here? Candy. I question whether this is a Barlow, like a really big freaking Barlow, only because we've got two blades. Ugh. We've got a sheep's foot, really well-oiled sheep's foot. And you can see the denim micarta. I love the look of these knives. Spinnerbait. You really you really like the look of spinnerbait, or you just? I mean, I know you equate these to spinnerbait shape, but I don't know if that's if you're taking a jab at it or you like it. We've got, yeah, like I said, we got a sheep's foot blade, and I'm gonna guess a clip point. Oh no, that's not. Well, it's like a spear point. Rough Rider. I can't remember the difference between Waylon. If Waylon's around, I'm still learning. I like it. I know the Barlows that I have tend to be a lot smaller than this. This one's big, and I also don't recall what kind of blade shapes they generally have on them. But this one's really cool. And that's got a snap to it. I do like the sheep's foot profile. It's very utilitarian. Great for various tasks. This has got a hell of a snap to it. That denim micarta looks freaking great. I love these. BT, how you doing? Yeah, the denim micarta is looking awesome. And they've all been pretty damn sharp out of the box. This one's no exception. And it's got a hell of a snap. We do have a midpoint on this one, or at least for the sheep's foot. Did I have a midpoint on the small blade? Yes, I do. There's a midpoint. There's a mid stop on the small one. That's nice. That's a hell of a snap. I don't believe the bolsters are they copper? I don't believe they are. I'll shine them up a little bit. That's pretty sweet. I really do like the denim micarta ones. They're pretty. We're going to put that back in the box. I've still got plenty of packages to go through. I know a lot of these packages that I have a lot of well, maybe not a lot, but they have more than a few boxes in them. So we'll put that in there. Now this one, oh, can't forget the candy. This one is interesting because this one is a Rough Rider 30th anniversary. And they come in a tin. JOJ, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Colby, how you doing? Waiting to see if any of the Titan knives you had said, I did one early because I couldn't wait, Colby. I opened one early. Oh, it's a Half Hawk T10. Thank you, Waylon. This is a denim micarta Half Hawk. Awesome. I really need to write these down because I will totally forget. Do I have any Post-its? I have these big ass Post-its. I'm gonna learn all these eventually. Half Hawk goes right on there, so I will know. The Titan, I'm gonna squirrel because I did open this early. I was expecting another Titan package, but unfortunately, USPS is late, and I normally would have had. I have like 5 or 6 packages that were supposed to be here in the morning, and they did not deliver. And I know one of them was a Titan package, which makes me sad in pants. I keep checking the packages to see if they managed to deliver. They still have not delivered yet. They've got till 4. They've got till 4:35 p.m. I don't know if I'll be able to run that long. But what I got from Titan earlier, I did open this. This was the first thing I opened because it was already opened. Was a Damascus razor wood handle. I'm not going to stay too long on this one since I already showed this off. But pretty sweet. Oh, I do get excited because I know I've mentioned this before, but I decided on a whim to save these packages And I never planned on doing live unboxings for this channel. I was just planning on doing videos because I do a live video game channel. And I'm already doing that live. I never thought of doing this live. But on a whim, I decided I'm going to save the packages and I'm going to unbox all these packages on a live stream. And I didn't realize how torturous this was going to be, especially when I got boxes like on a Monday. And now I'm staring at boxes all throughout the week and not doing a damn thing with them. All I could do was stare. And that made me sad. Excuse my coughing. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I can't really mute too well with this mic. So my apologies if I blow your eardrums off. Okay, back to what I got from, who did I get this from? Clay64. This one's a Rough Rider 30th anniversary. This comes in a 30th anniversary tin, 1994, 2024. That's pretty sweet. Blue is my daughter. She gets excited too. We all get excited for knives. Otherwise, why would we be here? How do I? Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't know if this was hinged or not. Didn't want to bend it. Oh! Yes! Yes! Been waiting for this guy. I have a fondness for interestingly shaped knives. For example, hawk bills. Well, any knife. And these traditional knives are something that I've just recently got into. But like hawk bills, cotton samplers, and especially, and this is gonna make Morgan giggle because of what this is called. Especially toes. Because she knows I'm not into feet, but I am into a damn nice toe. This one is a 30th anniversary Rough Rider toe. We got the badge right there. Nice. They call them toes because elephant toes, I think, is the proper name. They've got elephant toes, rhino toes, and I think they've got a type called a sunfish. And where did I get the mat from? I got this from Amazon. I think I put a link in the Titan Discord. I can throw a link up there. It's a what do you call that? My brain just died. One of those associative links where I put a link out, and if you buy through the link, I might get a few bucks. Probably like $1, maybe. No, not on that, because these mats aren't expensive. I'll probably get like a few cents. But anyway, this is an elephant toe 30th anniversary. If you have trouble finding it, remind me. I'll get the link out to you later. Or you can just find it on Amazon. I think they call it the NAFS mat. It's like a mouse pad shop mat. And this is the elephant toe. 30th anniversary, like I said, comes in a tin. We've got a 30th anniversary. It's kind of hard to see on there. Etching, whatever you want to call it, on the thicker blade. Nothing on the smaller. They're all generally 440 stainless steel, I think. A lot of the Rough Riders are, unless they say different. Like I've got a high carbon one. Oh, yep, 440 stainless steel. But this was cool because I don't know what it is about the toes. It's like a chonky boy knife. Now, this being a 30th anniversary one, I probably won't use this a whole lot. I know I've got more toes on the way that I'll probably use, but this one is probably going to sit in a little display on a tin for shites and giggles. And I know these aren't that expensive, but you know, it doesn't matter the price of the knife. Sometimes you just have a really pretty or interesting knife that you just want as a display piece. And this is going to be one of them. Which video? Check my first video. I know I have a link, like my very first one. I know I have a link to the mat on there. The one where I show some of my favorite knives. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, 30th anniversary, 1994, 2024. It's kind of hard to see on this thing because I don't like to focus. But that's pretty neat. And a beautiful, I'm pretty sure this is a burnt bone. Yeah, that's definitely bone. With a nice knurled pattern on it. I love these toes. I don't know what it is about the toes other than they're chonky. And they're cute. Pretty good snap on that too. I'm going to have a lot of oiling and polishing to do later today. There goes my night. Not that I'm going to complain. I'm oiling, polishing, and possibly even like honing a lot of knives. It's a nice little zen pastime for me. Yeah, NAF's Matt. Affiliate link. That's what it is. Thank you. Trunk toes. Yes. And a neat little tin. I love the display tins. So there we go. We mentioned something about the 440 steel briefly, and excuse me. Yeah, most of them are 440. This one I got from Amazon, so it's not really part of the unboxing. This one's a Rough Rider classic carbon with a yellow synthetic scales, and it's a lockback. But these take a little bit more care than your typical 440. This one actually came with a few rough spots. You can't see it now, but there were some rust spots that were on the spine of this blade. Took some flits, some quadruple zero, what do you call that? Steel wool. Polished that off, and thankfully it all came off. Because carbon steel has a tendency to rust if you don't take care of it. So you got to keep these things really well oiled or waxed. In my case, I have waxed this one, and it didn't. The parchment paper came in it had rust on it, and it was in bad condition. So I got some parchment paper and wrapped it up in that. But usually Rough Riders are pretty good because they're stainless steel. You still have to care for them. They're just like any other steel. They can still rust. But this one, the carbon stuff, you got to be careful of. I just had that one off to the side because I had been cleaning that. And I've got some special knives I'm going to show you guys after all this unboxing if I've got time. But that was the Rough Rider Denim Micarta Half Hawk and 30th anniversary toe. I love those toes. Okay, we've got another one. We're getting through these. This one is from, who the hell is this from? Leviticus. Some of you guys might know these names because I know a lot of you guys that are in here frequent the same auctions that I do. Titan will be joining soon. That'll be pretty cool. It sucks because one of the deliveries that's late and was supposed to be here today is a Titan knife, and I can't show it because they didn't deliver it yet. I keep hoping they're going to deliver in the middle of my live stream, because if they do, I'm going to run down there. I can't pause the stream, but I will run down there and grab it. I don't care. Oh, they fooled me. This is a box within a package. Usually I open the packages first. Yeah, let go. Let go. What was this from again? Leviticus, EDC. All right. And again, for those that didn't know, I'm using a Kaiser Drop Bear utility knife to open this up. Oh, I have genuine Leviticus hair. Or somebody's hair stuck to the tape. Ew. I hope Leviticus showers frequently. All right, let's open this baby up. Oh, open. Get in there. Okay. I take these boxes off stream when I open them sometimes, because sometimes they flash information I do not want to be flashed. So, okay, we've got here, I have no idea what I got here. There's 3 things in this box. Again, sorry about the coughing. I will try to spray my throat again, maybe. That might help. Yeah, I got DNA material. I've got criminal evidence here. We've got 3 things in here. We've got whatever the hell that is, which I'll probably open first because it's already kind of leaking. We've got an Imperial. Did I buy these, or was some... I don't know if one of the 2 of these might have been a giveaway. And then we got whatever the hell's in here. We'll start with this guy. This is I don't know. I think these were users. In other words, these were used, good condition. This has a 62 on it. That I'm trying to. There we go. I don't see any info on this. This looks kind of like a doctor's knife. It's a single edge. Oh my god, that was sharp. It's tiny. It's cute. I'm not seeing any markings. Oh, definitely a user's knife. This one could use. It looks like it was sharpened. It looks like there's biological evidence there. I don't know what that is on the tip of the knife. But you can see the edge is a bit on the rough side. Really thin edge. I'm not seeing. Oh, Pakistan. Okay, so that's a Pakistan knife. Interesting scale on it. Did I get this for $1? I think I might have gotten this for $1. Which means if I got this for $1, it was probably to get into a buyer's givey. One of these might have been a buyer's givey. I have no idea. I could be wrong. But I bet if I can show this a bit of love and care, I can hone this sucker up and make that a pretty razor edge. I have no idea what kind of steel it is. It's interesting because I'm looking at the edge, and it's not even focusing. You guys are, there we go. I'm looking at the edge, and there's quite a few rolls on that edge. But I don't think I'd have any problem sharpening that up. Make a neat little, like, shirt knife. But very pretty. I like the scales on it. It didn't really have a snap when I opened that, which is probably about the only concern. This would be something that I'd probably use to open up a lot of mail. Somebody used it to open up something else. I don't know what, but yeah, this needs just a little bit of love. Oh, that has a snap when you want to close it. A little love and care on that blade, and I bet I can get that razor sharp. Neat little knife. I don't even know why I got it, but I got it. It's there. Okay, we're gonna start with the Imperial. Imperial's another knife. They're made by Schrade. If you're familiar with Schrade, pretty inexpensive as these come, which means I probably got this for a handful of bucks, a few bucks. Like I said, I'm cheap as hell. And what we've got here, oh, excuse me, God, this cough. I'm gonna try to mute next time because I know I'm blowing somebody's eardrums off. I've got the big brother to this guy. But we've got an Imperial Schrade. They can barely fit. Okay, this is a Stockman. We've got 3 blades. A little mini Stockman. If I can. Oh God, that's strong as hell. There we go. Little mini Stockman. They can barely fit their stamp on the edge of that on the edge of that blade. Yeah, tiny Stockman. I got its bigger brother. I think the last stream I unboxed it. It's bigger brother, another Stockman, but I got a baby version. Nice. I'm gonna collect the whole set. Yeah, these are pretty inexpensive. They're surprisingly nice. Like I said, it's interesting because these. I've got a lot of budget modern knives and some higher end stuff. Like two of my favorite knives are both Kershaw Bel Airs. Love those, and those are like $150. I've got a couple autos, and which also tend to be more expensive. But these are like the Rough Riders, especially are. I mean, for lack of a better term, cheap as hell, but such beautiful knives. Easily collectible, especially when they're so inexpensive. This thing's got a snap. I'm going to lose a fingertip on this guy if I ain't careful. That's nice. There we go. A little baby Stockman. It's big brother. That's pretty neat. I don't know what I paid for that one. Probably a couple bucks. I don't bid high on Imperials because they're pretty inexpensive. And I think they go for something like this probably went for like maybe 15 bucks. Brand new. Hey, Sconner. S. Connor. Something. Yeah, Rough Rider's great value for the money. They're amazing value for the money. And there's so many different styles and shapes to choose from. It's easy to get oh my god, it's so easy to get lost in this stuff. Okay, we've got a cinnamon bone stag. This again was from Leviticus. Now this one I know I probably bought. In fact, I don't know. I might have gotten one of these as a givey, either Imperial or that this unknown, whatever the hell this was. Cinnamon bone stag. We've got candy. Always love the candy. This one's tiny. What is this? It threw me off because usually my bigger knives, like the classic carbon, it's a big box. That's a big knife. And then this sucker's like, it's like swimming in this box. The hole's in the shape of a spoon. This has got to be a toothpick. I don't have too many toothpicks. It's got to be. It's either that or it. Oh no! I know what this is. Excuse me with coughing. It is not a knife. It is a nail pick. A bone stag nail pick. This is for those that either have really brittle nails or have a hard time getting into the nail nicks of their knives. I gotta find a knife to futz with now. Where's that Imperial? But no, it's not a knife. It's a nail nick for when you got knives that you have a little trouble opening with your nail. You got this, you put it in the nail nick, and then you do what I do and lose a fingertip. There you go. That's what this is for. Knife pick, that's it. Thank you. Nail pick, knife pick. Sometimes you'll get like, okay, so this one's got a pretty flat edge. I've seen some that have a flat edge and then they have a rounded edge on the other side. But this is finished just like any of their other knives. In this case, a cinnamon bone stag. So this is a bone scales for the handle, like a burnt bone, like burnt to a cinnamon color. Lovely texture on it. Is it bone or is it antler? It says bone stag, so I'm assuming bone, but then they had the word stag in there, so then I'm thinking it's antler, but I have no idea. Stainless. Oh no, this is carbon steel. This is carbon steel, not stainless. Which means I'm gonna have to take good care of this one. What is this? RR2434. No, that's just I think that's a model number. But yeah, carbon steel. There we go. A Rough Rider emblem. Very beautiful handle. This is one of the reasons why these are so collectible. Yeah, it's an artificial nail. I was waiting on this because, oh my god, look at my nails. They're dying. Look at my thumb from all the thumb studs that I open up. And I've been doing a lot more reverse flicking and this nail's going bye-bye. And I don't know what happened there. But I just thought these were really neat. I couldn't pass this up. I think it was like $9-10 or something. I got this guy. But that's cool. That is really, really cool. Close that up before it hurts me. I've actually been waiting on that one. Because it's just a unique thing to me. Like, who would have thought? You got all these neat little knives, and apparently somebody was like, I'm having trouble with it. I need something to help me open my knife. And somebody at the company was listening, and then next thing you know, knife pick. That's pretty cool. That pen just fell. Let's get that back in there. It threw me off because it's such a big box for a knife pick, but okay. Not complaining. That's cool. All right, so we've got that. We had the Imperial. We had whatever the hell this. I'm actually really intrigued by that because this is a really pretty coloring. It's got a really interesting sheen to it. I'm gonna have to play with that one. I'm gonna sharpen that sucker up. Okay, now we've got the boxes. And I know a few of these boxes contain a few things. We're going to start off with this one. Ugh. This one is from Books and Knives for You. I might have a couple of boxes from them. Books and Knives for You. Another Preacher. What the hell did I... There you are. Like I said, traditional knives and Preacher seem to go hand in hand. I don't have anything against it. It's just... I was kind of surprised. Like, every time I've bought a traditional knife, find out that the guy selling it's a Preacher. All right, let's... They like their tape, that's for sure. All right. Let's see if I can do this without murdering the box. Nope, totally murdering this box. Box murdered. Oh, God. There's peanuts. Oh, it's the type of peanuts I like to toss in my toilet because they melt. I'm weird. Don't judge. These things. The starch peanuts. Used to get these peanuts at work all the time. And the employers would wonder why there's so much weird stuff sitting in the toilet. It's because we'd always dump them in the toilet and then watch them dissolve. We had to keep ourselves entertained somehow. But these are from Books and Knives for You. A great guy. This one, this tells you right away. Is this a Rough Rider? No, yeah, it is. We got a Rough Rider straight razor. I have a thing for straight razors. There we go. I also have a thing for easy open boxes, which this is not. There we go. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is a, does it say what it is? Which one? It just says collector's edition. I'd like to say it's Black Ice, but I thought they came in different boxes. Another straight razor from Rough Rider. Oh, this is huge. Look at the colors on that. Yeah, I've got a straight razor from Titan. That was the first thing I opened up. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? That's pretty. I love the look of this one. Again, I got a lot of Titan knives. I don't leave. I have not skimped on the Titan knives. Oh no, this is a Rough Rider Black Widow. It says so on the blade. Rough Rider Black Widow. Got a little spiderweb and spider on there. I've got so much from Titan. Still waiting on a box that needs to be delivered today. I'm pretty sure I've got I'm pretty sure what's in that box that's supposed to be in today is a lockback. Either a lockback or another EDC. I can't remember. But a Black Widow razor from Titan with the seller's fingerprints. We can use that for nefarious means later. But that is nice. 440 stainless steel. Let's shine that up a bit. There we go. let's see how sharp their razors are out of the box. I'm not feeling any burrs on this at all. Your mom uses a straight razor to cut your hair? Holy crap. I've used them to shave on occasion. I don't use them all that often, mainly because I'm lazy. That one feels sharp, though. Oh, that, hold on. I keep magazines specifically for this purpose. I also keep a squeaky chair specifically for this purpose. Where's one of my magazines? Excuse me. Dang. Well, let me grab a magazine. And we can see exactly how sharp this sucker is. All right. I know I said I wasn't planning on doing a lot of like cutting tests, but it's a razor. Of course, you're going to want to. Oh, that just, hold on a second. Screw the magazine. I'm running out of hair in my arm. I have so little hair in my arm. I'm trying not to get my head in the camera too, because I'm running out of hair on that. That is shaving a little bit. However, I could probably do with a little bit of, I could probably hone this a little bit more. It's definitely sharp, that's for sure. I like to try to get my razors to the point of where I can split hair. Not just shave, but actually split hairs. That won't take very long to do on this one. It's already pretty sharp. But if I can split hair with it, I'll actually use it to shave. But I can't get over how nice that handle is. Yeah, Rough Riders are generally pretty sharp out of the box. This is no exception, believe me. I'm no exception at all. But this handle just gets me. I thought the Black Widows were like had some red on the handle, but I guess not. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But that's pretty cool. I don't know what it is about straight razors, but I gotta stop. I gotta focus on something specific because at this point I just try to collect everything, and then my bank account's not having a good day of it. So, okay, we've got. I forgot he's the one that likes to include these. I think I won this as a giveaway. I got a Trump bill. He likes to include a Trump bill and a sticker. Thanks for stopping by. Books and knives for you. He is a great guy. I wish that was real. I know it isn't. We'll put that off to the side. Okay, and what we have here. Oh, this is. Oh! It's a black and blue. And just from the term black and blue, I know what this. Oh, well, now I just noticed that it's actually labeled on the box, on the other box. This is a Rough Rider black and blue. Blue bone with black liners. You don't see description like that too often on the box. This is an elephant toe. Wait, if this is an elephant toe, I know the other one was a toe. It was a tiny toe. I don't know. It was a toe, but this is an elephant toe. This is massive. And they call it the black and blue. They've got these ridges here. Blue bone. Rough Rider stamp 1994. I don't believe those are copper. Shine it up a bit, make it look pretty. But this is huge. Nice. Look at that. That's pretty. And a nice nice feel to it too. Let's see what we got in here. We've got, oh my god. That is a massive sheep's foot blade. That's huge. My girlfriend just came in the room. She's probably shaking her head. I can't see her because the light's in my way.
Shaving.
Oh, shaking, not shaving.
Oh.
She's showing me, what is she showing me? Pendants. They look like rockets.
They say beads.
That doesn't look like, that looks like something else that goes somewhere else.
They were called, no, they were other things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is they look like other things.
No, they
Anyway. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to spray my throat again. No, 40 bucks. This one is an elephant toe Rough Rider. We've got a really massive sheep's foot blade on this one. Yeah, I have a toe fetish. And the funny thing is, I hate feet. I'm not, well, I don't hate feet. I'm just like, ew, feet. And we got a second blade that looks like, they're both like, or this one's more like a Warncliffe.
Pretty.
Thank you. This one's more like a Warncliffe blade. And you got a big honking sheep's foot. That's massive. I mean, where was that other one? Where'd the other one go? I want to compare. I don't know where I put the other one. Oh, wait, no. It was the 30th anniversary one. I want to compare. This thing's bigger than the tin. So I want to compare the size. There's the other toe. Oh, there's something in the back of this. Hold on. For 30 years, the Rough Rider brand has followed the tradition of Teddy Roosevelt. We handpick the very best materials from every corner of the world in order to make the very best product. Anything less just wouldn't be a Rough Rider. Nice. Yeah, look at the difference. That thing's massive. I have them in a pile. I just couldn't remember what box it was sitting in. I forgot it was the 30th anniversary one. There we go. But this is awesome. I don't know what it is about the toes other than they're so unique looking. And they're just chonky. I like the chonky ones. Something about the feel, the heft, the size. I might be making up for something. I don't know. That's nice. I was so excited to get this one in. Okay, you can go back inside nice and safe. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of this toe. I'll take care of all my knives. There are like 2 knives I have in my collection that I have in my collection just because they're just weird. I will never use. They're probably the most dangerous knives I own. And they stay in the boxes because I won't even take them out. Ew. I won't even take them out without gloves on. I did a video on them before. Those knives do not come out unless I have gloves.
Yay.
Anti-cut gloves. All right, we're going to put these guys away. I just noticed it said elephant toe on this thing. It told me what it was. My Trump bill. Straight razor. We're getting through these pretty quick. Where's that mailman? Let me check again. Oh, he's still not here. Okay, we've got more boxes. Let's open this one next. This one's from, like I said, I know you guys, a lot of you guys like frequent the same stuff that I do. This one's from RL Simp. Another great guy. Let me see here. Another great guy, RL Simp. I'm pretty sure they all hate me though, because I know I bid low, and I will walk away with steals. Okay, you know, screw this box. I'm getting in there.
400 for that act.
Oh Jesus! She saw an axe that was going for $400. Nope. Okay, we got two big boxes in here, and more candy. I love these things. This toilet is gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be dropping all that in the toilet. And our turlet. Okay, what do we got here? Well, thanks for coming by, Connor. Appreciate it. Oh, Braves game started. Catch you later, man. Okay, so we've got two. They don't really say anything on the outside. We'll just start with this one here. My God, did he seal these? Okay, RL Simp is already my favorite when it comes to packaging his items for shipping. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, we got whatever number 23 was. This is the Midnight Ice. Rough Rider Midnight Ice. Again, have no idea what this is other than it's Midnight Ice. These are pretty. This one is a Hawkbill. Ooh. I like the Hawkbills. I like unique blade shapes. And this is no exception. This one has a carbon fiber. What do you call that? Well, this one's got a little bit of a hit on it, but I'm not complaining. Like shredded carbon fiber and resin. Oh, I think this might have been a user. That's why. Some of these that I get aren't necessarily brand new, so I'll take a deal on those. This one's nice though. But you can see the shredded carbon fiber inside the resin. It's their black ice line. Oh, have a good one, Kyle. I just thought these look really, really cool. I've got a modern knife that I think has something like this. I'm pretty sure it's from Civivi. And then you got like a, looks like a red inner liner. And then Hawkbill. There we go. The blade is in great shape. Good lockup. Okay, that's cool. And 440 stainless steel, like pretty much most of their stuff's going to be. But I love that black ice. And of course the Hawkbill is really cool. Yeah, I just like unique stuff like this. And the funny thing is, I don't know what I'd use this for, other than like obviously maybe like some rudimentary cutting tasks, opening boxes, things like that. But I just love the shapes on these. The funny thing is, this probably will never see the light of my pocket or the darkness of my pocket or something like that. Some of them won't, just because I just find them to be very, very pretty. And I don't even know if, because this is a big one. I have to be careful on the size of blade that I carry because we do have some restrictions in my state. And I have a feeling this is going to be a little on the bigger. Oh, no. That's 3 inches. I could technically carry this. So maybe this will find its way in my pocket. That's pretty nice. Love the Hawkbills. Even though I know if I use it, I'm going to absolutely hate sharpening this thing because of the blade curve. But maybe I'll get myself some rods. I don't have too many sharpening rods. Most of what I have are flat stones. I've got like one sharpening rod. It's basically this. And that's it. Everything else I have is going to be a large flat stone. But that's cool. That black ice is going to be a collector. Another series that I'm going to have a hard time not collecting. Well, they're all gonna I'm gonna have a hard time not collecting a lot of these. Who am I kidding? All right, no candy. I have to stuff some candy of my own in there. All right, Rough Rider Midnight Ice. That was nice. Let's see what's in this one. Okay, you know what? Screw tearing this thing. Cut it. There we go. That'd be a pocket full. Excuse me. One of these things. The other thing that I do, I have more of these coming. These are like leather slip pouches. Actually, this one's more of a belt pouch, but I have leather slip pouches that look pretty much exactly like this, except maybe without the band. And what I like to do when I'm carrying a Rough Rider or any other traditional knife, because they generally don't come with pocket clips. So what I do is to protect them in my pocket, because I usually have coins, I have keys, I have pens, all in the same pocket. I throw them into a slip case like this, and then I'll carry my Rough Rider or Imperial or whatever in this, and this goes in my pocket to keep it nice and protected. It doesn't get all scuffed up or whatever in there. And I've got a couple more of those coming in. I think they were supposed to be in the delivery for today, but of course, still waiting on it. I'm gonna click it again, refresh. Damn it. Okay, they're still not here. What's this one? This is another Rough Rider. I can tell by the box. Oh, copper coil. This one's gonna be pretty. Hold on. Got a copper coil. And it's hard to get rid of these boxes too, because the boxes to me are almost as collectible as the knives themselves, because they're neat. I mean, come on, look at this. They even have magnets in them. How do they work? Anyway, copper coil. This one is, I have something similar to this. I'm pretty sure I opened up a canoe last time. This one, I believe, this one's a Stockman. Where the hell's the hole? That's what he said. There we go. Now we've got copper bolsters and bands on this one. I don't know what the black bands are. It looks like it could be wood. Could be bone. I don't know. And are these solid copper or copper plated? If these are solid copper, they should be going for a hell of a lot more. But this one is the Rough Rider copper coil. This one's a Stockman, I believe. We've got, let's see, when we pull these out, got our clip point. We've got a sheep's foot. And we've got, I believe it's either, you can, there's another clip point or spade. I don't know if they call that a spade blade. It's a clip point. Definitely a clip point at the very least. And these are blackened, so I don't know. It should be 440. Yep, there it is. 440 stainless on this one, blackened blades. The boxes are like half, exactly. They're like half the resale value. People love the boxes. Now, I admit, I'm not a reseller. These are knives that are I would keep for my own personal collection. The only reason I might ever consider reselling one of these is if I had more than a couple of the same knife. And I say specifically more than a couple. Hey, a half empty, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I say that because what ends up happening is if I have, say, a double, say I got two of these, then one of these ends up staying in the box, one of them ends up getting used. If I have three of these, one of those ends up staying in the box, one of them ends up getting used. The third one, that one I would probably end up selling. That's how I tend to go. I don't buy to resell. I buy because I enjoy collecting these. It's just something I enjoy. Yeah, that's it, really. I just something I enjoy doing. I never go into something with the intention of reselling. I've done that before with some things I've collected, like in the past, baseball cards. And I wasn't even that big of a fan of baseball. But that's the only time I ever tried collecting anything for the sake of eventually reselling or trying to make a buck out of. And unless you're willing to put a crap ton of money into it, you generally aren't going to do too well on that front, unless you're just super lucky. Like I got a really rare misprint of a baseball card, which I never did. Most of my baseball cards, with the exception of maybe a small handful, were worth jack. Say nothing. So yeah, these knives that I get, they make into my collection, and they're keepers. And I'm pretty picky. I generally don't get knives, with a few exceptions. Like if something looks interesting, if it looks interesting, I'll grab it. If it looks like something that I want, I grab it. I don't grab it. I won't grab a knife that I myself wouldn't want. Like, you know, I wouldn't grab a knife just because, oh, that's worth a lot of money. No, I'll grab a knife because I like it. That's cool. Now I want it. But this is cool. I like the copper coil. It's just a pretty knife. The copper bands. I really wish I knew what the black bands were. I still like to say they were wood. It's hard to tell, or bone. I can see irregularities in them, like you would either wood or bone. But I can't really tell. I don't know what you guys can, if you guys can. But the copper looks cool as hell. Thank you for the subscribe, Half Empty. Appreciate it. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have certain things that go up on this channel like I do my video game channel. I had no idea anybody subscribed. Usually I have sounds play on my video game channel, so it lets me know if somebody subscribed. Doesn't always go off. But let's get this puppy closed up, and preferably not on a finger. There we go. Awesome. Awesome grab. And I don't even have any real special purpose to doing this stuff online. I get excited over things like this, and I figured, what the hell, why not? I'm going to share it. I'm just going to do it online. If people like to watch, people like to watch. I have no real purpose. I'm not making any money off this channel. So that was the Rough Rider Midnight Ice. Really cool. The copper coil we got these from, I can't remember. RL Simp. That's who we got these from. Oh, put that away. Good God, I still got 3 boxes, and one of them's honking huge. Let's go with this one. This one, where's this one from? Kevin 67 MSU. I know a lot of you guys that go to these auctions are probably familiar with these names. Kevin 67 MSU. There we go, knocking crap over. Yeah, to spread shoy, really? To spread the joy of the Chinese. I'm just enjoying this. It's like Christmas every time. Something tells me I'm going to have to replace this blade soon. All right. Let's see what we got in this one. We got cardboard in the mouth. We've got, okay, that one I don't want showing. Excuse me. Paper! We've got paper! All the paper. We've got... Did he spray this with cologne? Did I open the right box? It's really nice smelling in there. I don't know why. But okay, that's new. Oh, we've got a Midnight Ice. Another Midnight Ice. Awesome. We've got another Rough Rider that I have no idea what it is, but that's freaking heavy. Oh my god. I might have gotten a little overzealous on this one. We've got 2 more Rough Riders in here. I know some of these had to have been giveaways. We got a Ram's Horn. What did I do? Why? Okay, this one had to have been a giveaway. Why does this smell so nice? Why am I reminded of Drakkar Noir? I'm not one that I don't really wear cologne because I smell nice on my own. But I don't really wear cologne. But I think that the last time I wore cologne was way too long ago. I think the only cologne I bought was like Drakkar Noir because a couple girls I knew that I really liked Drakkar Noir. That was the first time and probably the last time I bought cologne. But the box smells nice. What are you doing, Kevin? Kevin 67 MSU, are you being flirty? Because if you're being flirty and you're giving me a whole lot of knives, it's working. I'm telling you that right now. All right, let's put that away. It's working. Oh my god! This wasn't even the biggest box. Yeah, I have a hell of a traditional collection. I bought a new knife case. I swapped a bunch of my modern knives into the new knife case, and that knife case holds like 56 knives. It is now completely full except for like 2 spots. My old case holds 40. It's going to be full now. I need more cases. I know I ordered a roll or a couple rolls that are going to be coming in, and I'll probably be sorting knives out. Let's start with the one that's not a Rough Rider because the rest of these are all Rough Riders. Let's start with, this is a Steel Warrior Trapper. I have an odd feeling because I don't remember a lot of these when I get them. My memory's complete, but I'd like to say this was a giveaway because I'm not one that normally would. The Steel Warriors tend to be super inexpensive. They're kind of like probably what somebody would consider like the cheap side of the traditional knives. Even more so than like Rough Riders, but they're still good. They're still great knives. I just don't go out of my way to find them, and wow. Okay, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I just don't normally go out of my way to go, to grab a Steel Warrior, which is why I'm surprised to see one. Which means I'm guessing this was a giveaway, or I was really desperate to get into a buyer's giveaway. Steel Warrior Trapper, do they have any more information? Rockwell hardness tested at 56 to 58. That's kind of neat. I like that they give the Rockwell hardness testing. Looks like we've got a bald eagle on the side. I don't know the material. It looks like it might be synthetic. Yeah, it looks like it might be synthetic all along. I don't know. They don't really give me a whole lot of information. I'll have to take a peek, maybe see if I can find more information on it. This would be a trapper, so we've got 2 blades coming out of this one. We got your clip point, and we've got a spay blade, which does not want to go anywhere. There it is. There we go, spay blade. Full size. I'd like to say this is a full size. This thing's huge. And that was sharp. That just ran across my finger because I'm an idiot. Did I cut myself? No, I did not. I did cut the cloth. Let's do that a little more carefully. Yeah, there we go. Shine that up. Make it look pretty. Now, I don't know too much about Steel Warrior. They are Chinese. They are a Chinese make. Oh, there's the Chinese stamp. You can see that. 440 stainless steel on both. Even a little sticker that says tested to 56 to 58 Rockwell. I don't know what optimum would be for 440 stainless. My girlfriend just held her phone up, and apparently it's a buyer's gimme. Yeah. Give it to me. And she's showing me a knife on somebody's auction. Pretty nice. Not much I can say about the Trapper. I don't know too much about Steel Warrior. I do see a lot of their stuff now and then. And they've always been really inexpensive. Even on the auctions, they don't tend to run very high. Which is kind of interesting because just from looking at this one, and I think I've gotten another Steel Warrior before. And this goes for frost cutlery as well. Those tend to be very inexpensive. But they don't feel bad. They've got a nice weight to them. They are sharp. Oh my god, that is sharp. They're sharp. There's no wiggle on this blade. The lockup's pretty... Well, I know these don't lock, but the blades seem really secure. They're very pretty knives. Maybe it's because they're using a synthetic material for their scales, maybe, to cut down on cost, because synthetics tend to be pretty inexpensive. But they're... I mean, they look great. I've seen some goofy looking ones from Steel Warrior. I think Steel Warrior has also been known to make some really goofy, like, modern knives, kind of like the ones that people typically call like gas station knives. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's where the reputation comes from. Their traditional ones, though, are pretty nice. I mean, it's got a good weight to it. Again, there's no wiggle to the blade. We've got a mid stop, which is always nice. I love the knives that have a mid stop to it. It's just one more safety from like, oh, I could have closed that on my hand. And it's got a really good snap to it. I mean, that just snaps shut, which is another reason why I like the fact that it's got a midpoint to it. I mean, you can hear that click. I hope you can hear that click. And the graphics on them, pretty nicely done, although I don't know if this is an etch. It's hard to tell because I don't feel the image under my thumb at all. So it's possible it could have been a print, then maybe lacquered over, which is another thing that would be like a cost-cutting thing. But they're not bad. Like, I would be proud to carry this one. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's the Steel Warrior Trapper. And another odd thing for a knife, that's where they're generally inexpensive, you don't see too many people tout their hardness testing. You don't see that on too many knives unless they're like, they generally mean business. Now, I don't know what the optimal hardness for 440 steel is, but it's still neat to see. I mean, it could mean something. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. It could mean something with 440. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the hardness levels for 440 steel. Excuse me. Okay, we still got, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 5 boxes. We're gonna go with the ram's horn because I don't believe I have another ram's horn. This one is from Rough Rider, ram's horn bone. And ram's horn has always had a very interesting look. Oh, yeah. Very interesting look. Very interesting texture. Now, this, I believe, is also a trapper, so we're going to have a clip point blade and a spay blade. I really wish... Now, I'm glad I'm using my cell phone to record this live, because otherwise... I mean, this is the best detail I can get out of it. And I really wish you guys could actually feel this and see it like in front of your face, because this is a beautiful, beautiful knife. Oh, they carve it in, then use ink to show the picture. It's scrimshaw. So you think that might have been scrimshaw for the Steel Warrior? Yeah, usually you can feel them though, and that one I couldn't feel at all. It also could have been filled in with lacquer, which would explain why it's so smooth. So that's a possibility. Am I hitting my mic? I just realized I felt it on my chin. But this one's a trapper. We got 2 blades. We got a half stop. Ram's horn on the blade. If it'll focus. Ram's horn bone. Nice half stop. Really, really strong detent on these blades. And again, I love the half stop, and then we got this. Oh no, that was the clip point I just opened. We got a spay blade in there also. Full size ram's horn. the highlight on a lot of these knives, I know, like opening these up, it's like another trapper, another this, another that. But the highlight isn't so much the blades; it's these, it's the scales, the handles that they make these out of, and they are absolutely beautiful. This ram's horn. Oh, that was sharp. I felt that through the cloth. I think I cut my cloth again. Beautiful, beautiful knife. There's the badge on that one, a square badge. How do they get these pins so flush? They have to really work on these. This pin in the middle here pokes out hair, but everything else is, you wouldn't know there's a pin there if you couldn't see it. That's nice. That's gonna be a favorite. I'm gonna be doing so much waxing. That's the ram's horn bone. These always interest me because they come in plain boxes. I can never tell what they are. I'm pretty sure I've had one. Some of these had to have been a giveaway. But anyway, let's go ahead and open this one. We have Rough Rider. Oh, that's the other thing. I can't remember which came first. Because you'll notice some of these are spelled Rough Rider with a Y and Rough Rider with an I. I'd like to think that Rough Rider with the I are actually older models. And then they were changed over to the Y. These all Y? Because there was another knife back here that had an I on it. I can't remember which one that was. Anyway. Okay, then what we have here, this one is okay, I know what this is. This is a wood-handled sod buster. A pretty simple knife. Oh, this is a lockback. We got wood. We got a wood handle, smooth wood. I don't know what kind of wood they use. It's pretty though. Nico, how you doing? The scales remind you of a creme brulee. Oh, the ram's horn. Well, now I'm hungry. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now I want something to eat. You had to say creme brulee. Not that I don't have any creme brulee. But this one is a lockback. I didn't notice until I saw that. Which I like lockbacks. Mainly because they lock back and I don't have to worry about closing on my fingers. But this one's just simple. I mean, this one is about as plain as you can get. But even Morgan will tell you, I have a thing for knives that are simple. I mean, yes, I love every knife. What am I kidding? Of course, I love my moderns. I love really pretty knives. But there's something about a very simple, either wooden handled, lockback, or even slip joint knife that I have a hard time ignoring. And with this one, simple wood handle, very pretty lockback. We got I'd almost say a straight blade, but we've got a curve to it. So it's just a hair of a curve. I could almost say it's a clip point, but you could argue clip point or straight blade. There could be Ward's fought on that one. A 440, I'm guessing. It doesn't have a 440 stamp on it though. We got the Rough Rider stamp down there by the pivot. Made in China. Very smooth. I wish if anybody knows what kind of wood this is made out of, I'd love to know, because that's smooth and it's pretty. I think there was, if I remember correctly, I had a choice between this and a black synthetic, and I had to go for the wood. It would have been crazy to not go for the wood, in my opinion. But simple knife. This one is going to probably see some carry. This is definitely going to see some carry. We've got, let's make sure. That is, yes, 3-inch blade. So shouldn't have a problem carrying that one. Just a hair under 8 inches opened up. Very comfortable handle. Again, it's a lockback. Nice. I had somebody ask me once, like, what's the deal with the traditional blades? Because I have so many modern blades. like, why would I carry a traditional blade when I have things like Civivi or Kaiser and stuff like that? Like, one knife that is almost always in my pocket is this one. This one is a Kaiser Mini Militar, a D2 steel blade, front flipper, thumb hole, and this one's almost always in my pocket. And I've had somebody ask me, why bother with the traditional knives? I mean, other than collecting, when I've got so many knives, so many modern knives like this. Excuse me. And I actually have a real good reason to carry something this simple over. So, oh yeah, these are super cheap. I have a really good reason to carry something this simple while I'm carrying one of these. And the reason being is these, okay, obviously you don't flick these open. These are slow to open. These are slow to close. Okay. They're not very expensive. Like Wayland was saying, these are probably, ebony wood. That makes sense. It's really dark wood. $5 for this one on Chicago Knife Works. Whereas this one is like just under $60, I believe, for the Mini Militar. Like 50 something, like 55, I think. And the reason why I still carry a traditional knife, even though I have one of these in my pocket, is because when I'm doing a lot of cardboard cutting or, cutting cables and stuff like that, I don't have to be quick. I'm not in a hurry. It's not an emergency to cut a cardboard box unless somebody's trapped in a cardboard box. Good grief. They can't fight their way out of a cardboard box. There's other issues. But now she's showing me pictures of guns. Stop it. I know you won't. I mean, you're having enough trouble with me collecting knives. I don't need to enhance my gun collection. What was I saying? The reason why I carry a traditional knife in conjunction with my modern knife is because these will end up doing the brunt of the work. When I'm cutting cables, cutting zip ties, cutting whatever, I'm pulling out the traditional knife. Okay? I don't need to pull out my modern knife. The reason being is this one I use to do all the work. This one I use for emergency. And the reason why I do that is, again, I don't need speed when I'm doing, cutting cardboard or cutting zip ties and stuff like that. This does all the work I need. But in an emergency, like say, suddenly I've got to cut my seat belt or something, or I've got to cut this rope that somebody might be choking on, or I've got to defend myself. I have a quick blade to, pull out, and it's at the ready in a split second. Because I use this only for emergencies, I want to keep this one sharp. I want to keep this one ready to go. I don't want to worry about this ever being dulled because I've been spending a day cutting boxes with it, cutting cables with it, or whatever. It's kept sharp. So that way, if I need it in an emergency, I've got my fast modern to go and ready. And I don't have to worry about it being dulled, broken, or whatever. I have this one I use for my dirty work. And that's why I carry a traditional alongside with my moderns. It helps keep the modern ready in case I really need it for an emergency. And before you talk about I dream of the weirdest scenarios, a knife like this saved my life from a frickin', I'm just going to say heavy machinery because it's a little embarrassing. And I had to cut clothing off. Otherwise, I would have been a pancake. And if I hadn't had a knife that I could quickly deploy, okay, well, I sucked at that one. But if I didn't have a knife that I could quickly deploy, and if I was trying to work a traditional knife and get the knife out of there, that wouldn't have been good. I would have been hurt. I mean, I probably wouldn't have been killed, but I would have been seriously hurt. So yeah, that's the reason why I keep a quick modern knife for emergency use. And I keep a traditional for all the hard work, day-to-day stuff. So a stripper pole can be considered heavy machinery. You be quiet. Stripper poles can be heavy, damn it. It was not a stripper pole. It was a compactor. We'll see. Hey, and Nico, it was a compactor. It was a big, heavy compactor. Not something you want to get anything trapped in and then suddenly start pulling you in, and you're wondering, like, in a panic, it's like, I know there's an emergency stop button, but sometimes you don't think, and you just have to react. And I don't even remember if the stop button was nearby. I'm pretty sure I probably could have reached it, but in my blind panic, it was knife out, flicked open, cut the clothing. No, I was not naked. I would have been if I hadn't, but no, I was not naked. Shush. Well, yeah, that's the reason I'll do something like that, and wait a second. Han! Han, the boxes are downstairs. They delivered. Oh my god, this is going to go for a lot longer. They shipped the boxes. Okay, we're going to move on. I told you I was going to pause because the shipment came today. It came today after all. So give me a minute. I'm going to run down, probably hurt myself in the process. I'm going to grab these boxes that came in, because I don't think my girlfriend's hearing me, because she's probably staring at auctions herself. And then I will run right back up here because we got more boxes. Yippee! Where's my keys? So talk amongst yourselves. What am I going to do with this mic? Because I don't think it's going to reach as I go downstairs. In fact, I know it's going to cut off. Well, there you go. There's my mic. Talk amongst yourselves, all that fun stuff. I'll be right back. It will take me probably a couple minutes.
Mwahaha, he's gone getting packages. So guess who's here? The girlfriend. I'm going to open up the rest of his boxes. Don't tell him. He's going to get packages. He will be right back. He's so happy. Hey, Morgan. Oh, he might trip. He'll be so happy. Oh, here's my new nails. Oh, you can't see my new nails because the camera's not on. He shows you knives. I show you nails. Oh no, I'm not touching these. Are you kidding me? He'd have a conniption. Who else is here? Morgan. Waylon, did you tip? If so, thank you. Nico, hi. Yorkshire, you're here. Hi. I know, like you could see anything other than knives. We have a tape measure, and I love tape measure. Morgan, do you want to see my nails?
Did you seriously just jump in my chair?
Yeah.
The mic's down on them.
I know. I've been talking with Chad. I've been talking with Morgan. Told you. Oh my God, he's got 5 new packages.
Well,
6.
some of these are yours.
Yay!
You got that one. You got that one. I don't care.
All right.
And I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, did you trip at all?
No, that was just the longest elevator ride ever.
Okay. I actually did these nails with one of those things that you put, like, not the heat thing. You put your hands in the heat thing, but the thing that does stuff to it. They were a bitch. I do not recommend it. I recommend Wet and Wild. I will try, but the camera's not on, and I do not know how to turn it on. And I don't want to get yelled at. Not that he yells at all, because he's so sweet and wonderful. He just has a manly voice. No, they're not gel nails. They just needed. I did like, I don't know. It came with. I thought it was a regular, like, base coat with a top coat. There was like 4 levels. One was a drying thing, and then the 3rd level took an hour to dry. She wants to see my nails.
Show your nails.
I don't know. Turn on your camera.
My camera. Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Well, go on the other side. Go on the other side.
Okay. I'm so happy you got packages.
You bet I'm happy I got packages.
Yeah, and you still have 2 more in there.
2 more. Yeah, I know. I still have 2 boxes. They're huge. I haven't even opened everything that was on the table yet. I just lost the microphone in my belly button.
Pretty nails.
Hold on. I can't see crap yet. Okay.
Here's my pretty nails. Did a light pink. Like I said, they're not the best.
I mean, I was the one that did the nails.
Well, I did some of them, and they're hard to crack. I did some gardening.
But
I got cool nails. We got cool matching.
The nail polish stuff was weird.
Yeah. I won't show you the toes because we'll get all the free. But boyfriend did a great job of helping me with my nails.
Hey, I've painted nails before because I used to paint miniatures, and then rather attractive women decided that I was really good at painting miniatures, and then requested nails done, and they were pretty. Like, I'm gonna say no. I'm easy to please. Okay, what was I? Okay, open that. Open the ram's horn. I opened up. What the hell did I open up last? Oh no, that simple lockback. And we still got 3 knives here. Good God. Yeah, Warhammer nails next. That's what I used to paint. Warhammer miniatures. I had. Now I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I was a fan of the Eldar, specifically the Harlequins, and I had a Harlequin army. The best part is, at the time, Harlequins didn't have a particular like paint codex at the time. They do now, but when I was painting, they didn't.
That's for you.
That's for me. Oh, thank you. And so I can paint them. I can paint them any way I wanted to. And I had a Harlequin army. For Warhammer Fantasy, I had a undead army, because at that point I got lazy and painting a whole bunch of skeletons was easy as hell. Okay, we're gonna interrupt these boxes because my girlfriend got me something. I don't know what this is. This is the hell is this? You got me a ring. She got shirts.
Oh, for boys.
Oh, she got me a peanut. How do you open this? It's got a nail nick on there. She got me a peanut. It's a little tiny neck knife. I have no idea who makes this. She calls it a peanut. I think that's what it was called, was a peanut. I'm pretty sure it attaches to this thing. I have no idea how. Oh, wait, this breaks open. No, it doesn't break open. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. I have no clue. I think it breaks open. I don't know what that is. Okay, but this is a little neck knife. Oh, maybe. Oh, wait, no, that does break open. Okay, that's the worst keychain thing I've ever seen. Does he just put? Really? I'll make my own little lanyard for it. Does this lock? Oh, this locks. It's a liner lock. Hello. Okay, I was trying to press it. I was going to end up slicing myself. Little tiny keychain necklace knife. Pretty neat, actually. Thank you, hon. Love you. Okay, we'll put that away for now.
You like it a lot, or is it a dumb little thing?
No, it's actually kind of neat. It's a lot neater than I expected it to be. All right, we'll put that away. Looks like, I think Gerber makes one like that. I have no idea. How many knives is too many knives? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible at all. You can't have too many knives. I'm probably on somebody's list. All right, back to that last box. Who's this from? I can't remember who this was from. This was from Kevin67 MSU. All these knives here. I might have gone a little hog wild on one of his auctions. This one is a. Ooh. What are you? I don't know what this is. It's a Rough Rider. Okay, where's Waylon? Waylon's gonna need to help me out on this one. We've got looks like a jig bone Rough Rider. We've got 3 blades, so I'm guessing this is a Stockman, but I thought Stockmans had 2 blades on the bigger side. This one has 2 blades, 2 smaller blades on the other side. The Stockmans I'm familiar with usually you got 2 big blades and then 1 tiny blade. This has got 1 big blade and then 2 tiny blades. I know there was a name for this and I can't think of what it is. I can't remember. If Waylon's still there, maybe Waylon can tell me. He's more knowledgeable in this than I am. I'm still relatively new to the whole traditional knife thing. I mean, I've had traditional knives. I just never looked into them. So, like, if somebody were to ask me, "Hey, that's a nice Stockman," I'd be like, "I don't know what you're talking about." But shoot, what is this? I can't remember. It's not a Stockman. We've got a clip point on one side. We got a spear blade, a little tiny spear blade, and then we have a Wharncliffe, a modified Wharncliffe, tiny one at that. I'm pretty sure they call this jig bone, this particular like pattern on the scales. 440 stainless steel, Rough Rider emblems on the blade. And that's all I know about this. This is going to bug me. Ow. Oop. There what? Oh, I should probably close that oil before that finds its way all over my carpet. Hurry back, Nico. That's one of those weird configurations, but still a Stockman, I think. I could have sworn it came under a different name. I know it's okay. I know it's not Secretary, but for some odd reason that pops in my head. I don't think that's it. And it's bugging me because I can't think of what it could be. Traditional knife patterns. There's one way to look it up. This would be. Oh, that's what it is. It's a Whittler. This is a Whittler knife. Okay. Different knife styles for, I guess, whittling wood. But yeah, this configuration would be a Whittler. The Stockman would have the 2 bigger blades on this side and the one smaller one on where these 2 little blades are. But I like the bone on this. That's pretty. Again, a big thing about these isn't so much the knives themselves, but the handles these come in. And if I pick this one up, at a pretty good deal. Uh-oh. This one's got a good snap to it. It has like the barest of midpoints. Oh, the big blade has a definite midpoint. Good snap to it. That's pretty though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is jigged. Or this rough patterning. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I am, but I'm pretty sure that means this is a jig bone. Now you can never have you can never have too many. It depends. If you have trouble moving around your apartment or home because you have so many knives, then you might be getting to the point of where you need a bigger house. There we go. So that's that one. We still haven't even gotten to the midnight ice yet. This one is another jig bone. Oh. This isn't I'd like to say like a deer hunter or something. Similar in style to the Whittler. You got bone scales on the handle. This is not a lockback. This is this is a liner lock. This is a big liner lock. How big is this thing? That's what she said. This one is a 4-inch blade. And it's a liner lock. This metal flap, if you want to call it. Instead of being recessed in a lot of modern style blades, the liner pokes out. So you unlock just by pressing it like any other liner lock. You press that down, and it's still pretty stiff because it's not bearings. It's still got a very strong detent. So I wouldn't call this a one-handed operation, not unless you want to lose a finger. So still need 2 hands. Unlock it with that liner lock, and then fold it closed. This is huge. It's a big one. Hunter. Thank you. Yeah, it's a hunt. I thought it was like deer hunter, but I could be wrong. It could just be hunter. Oh, that is nice though. It's interesting because it's a combination of 2 things. You've got a slip joint where you have a bit of friction and you have that really heavy bar that causes the detent on the back. And you have a midpoint on this knife. So it's like a slip joint in that regard. But you have the added security of the liner lock, so it's not going to go snapping down on your hand so easily. If something were to, like, say you bumped it or something like that, it's not going to close down. So that is really, really cool. I've never had a liner lock from a Rough Rider, not as far as I can tell yet. This is my first one from them. I know and are aware of Case Rust locks, which are liner lock knives. I don't know if they work in the same fashion. I think those you can use or utilize one-handed. This one you can't. And this is a heavy boy. This is heavy. Yeah, this is a 4-inch blade. I'll measure that up. That is a 4-inch blade, which makes this just a hair over 8 inches long. In full length, just a hair over, probably like I'm guessing probably 4 1/4 closed without measuring. But that is really, really cool. A slip joint with a liner lock. I'm still horrified in closing this one. I know there's a midpoint, but it still scares the hell out of me. There we go. When it comes to new knives, there's a little bit of like hesitation and like it's gonna bite me until I play around with it more, oil it up or wax them up, and I get more familiar with the way they work. And I'll probably be flinging this and flipping this around in no time. But that is probably one of the cooler knives in my collection right now, just simply because the fact that it's like a combination of slip joint and liner lock. That's pretty neat. Sure, it's not fast opening, but well, hopefully you're not getting attacked by a bear and needing it. But again, that's why I have modern knives, faster modern knives for. That is cool. Daddy likey. Okay, now we're on to the last one from him. This one's a Midnight Ice. This one we've seen before on that one knife. Yeah, there we go. This one's cool. You can see the, oh, there's some dust on that. You can see the, oh, I might have to polish that a little bit. Oh no, that's inside. Got little boobles in there. But the shredded carbon fiber, it's better on the, you can see it better on the back. Shredded carbon fiber. This one is a Stockman, I believe. Yeah, this one's a Stockman. You got your clip point. We got our sheep's foot, and then we've got a, I'm just going to call them modified sheep's foot because they look the same. Or is that a sheep's foot and that a Warncliffe? I don't know anymore. I'm getting confused. Or Spayblade, maybe. Regardless, this one is a Stockman. I am really liking the black ice handles on these. Looks like stainless steel bolsters as opposed to like a copper colored. Not too much I can say about this one. Again, your standard Stockman, your black ice, Rough Rider, other than the fact that it's a beautiful freaking knife. I'm surprised there's, I wonder what happened. Now, it doesn't bother me. I don't know if it would bother anybody else. It doesn't bother me at all. In fact, to me, it makes it a lot more unique. But there's a lot of bubbles that give it more of like a, like those little dots you see all over inside. These are bubbles inside the resin. And I would think normally they would try to, when they make these, they would try to either shake those bubbles out, you know, try to prevent bubbles from forming and stuff like that to get a clearer look through the resin, like on the other side, where you can see the shredded carbon fiber. However, even though they got bubbles, I actually think that looks kind of neat. Yeah. I thought for a second they were scratches I need to polish off. I looked closer and noticed there were little bubbles inside. And it gives, it's kind of hard to see, again, because you guys are looking through a camera. I'm looking at this with my own eyes. It almost gives it a sparkle. Like the chipped or flaked carbon fiber gives it a sparkle, and the bubbles almost add to it. So it is, to me, it's pretty cool. It looks, now that I look at it through the screen, it looks kind of weird. But it looks really cool in front of my face. Yeah, it'll probably go away a little bit if I put some wax. Like any surface scratches or anything will go away. I like to wax my blades. I know a lot of people oil their blades. I use what do I use? I use Wicked Wax on mine. And I'll not just use it on the knife blade itself, but a lot of times I'll use it on the scales, especially if they're micarta, because it keeps the micarta looking like nice and clean. Whereas sometimes if you don't wax the micarta, they can kind of look dried out and faded. Some people like that look. I guess it depends on the knife. On some knives it looks really cool. On some knives I like it to look a lot cleaner, and I'll wax the micarta. Yeah, I got stuck. Nice snap on these. That's a finger biter. That's cool. I really, really am liking these Black Ice models, this Black Ice series. I'm in trouble. Thankfully, there are series of Rough Riders I'm not too keen on, so at least I've got that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Rough Rider series that I'm really, really liking, like these Midnight Ice. Like I like the Midnight Ice. I like the denim micartas, the tater tots, which are burlap micarta. And I forget what else. Okay. Now, I know I have a couple more boxes that I've already received, but the packages that I did receive, there's one box in there. I know that's from Titan Knife, so we're going to wait on that one. We'll probably open that last. And all of the other ones I got are in smaller envelopes. So we're going to do those instead. Oh, that's my girlfriend's. I don't know why she didn't grab that one. And I have a feeling more than a couple of these were giveys. So, I just realized I don't know who that's from, and I just marked the envelope and I'm like, ah, crap. Whoops. Oh, I know who this is from. I'll write down that real quick on the back. It's a freebie, so I'm not too concerned with it. I'm just gonna have to open some of these off camera because I need to keep the info so I know who they're from and who I need to thank and whatnot. So let's start off with some of these packages. This one's from Brady Bates. It's a small envelope, so I have a feeling this one was a giveaway. Probably some stickers. I wouldn't doubt it. We'll open them up anyway. Hopefully, I don't cut into a sticker. What is this? That's nothing. Yep. Really big. Oh, really big. I know what this was. Excuse me. I know exactly what this was. Oh my God. This was from Brady Bates. It is case patch. This was probably the most expensive case patch I've ever bought. Because I think this is the one. Now, there are two of them that I did this on. And the other one wasn't so expensive. If this is what I think it is, this was a $30 patch. Reason being is because it was for a contest. It was one there, I think they call them waffles. And what you do is you would bid. And in this case, sometimes they're cards, sometimes there's something else. In this case, it's a patch. You would bid, and when you won the bid, you would obviously get the card, or in this case, I got the patch. But in conjunction with this, you got a spot, like on a wheel. Okay. And say this was pot number 10. Okay. So you bid on the patch, you got spot number 10 or whatever number you got, and then they would spin the wheel and you could win the prize. And the prize was usually a pretty damn nice knife, a pretty expensive knife. I can't remember what the knife was, but I'm pretty sure it might have been a case peanut butter or a case PB&J. And a case PB&J, brand new, like on Chicago Knife Works, maybe, or not Chicago Knife Works, on Smoky, because Chicago doesn't have these. Smoky Mountain Knife Company or Knife Works. I can't remember the full name. I think it was Smoky Mountain Knife Works has them. But brand new usually go for like $75. But they're almost always out of stock because they're so popular. Anytime I've seen a PB&J in an auction, they've gone way over $100. And there were some that were done and specially engraved during last Blade show that were nearing $500 because they were specially engraved and there was only like 100 of them. Okay. So this one, if this is the one I'm thinking of, I did a $30 bid, probably for a PB&J. I did not win. So I have a really expensive case patch. That's still a cool patch. I probably never would pay $30 on my own for it. Well, I did. But I mean, if I was just like wanting to buy a case patch, I probably wouldn't have paid that much. But it was for a spot for a really good knife. Yeah, these aren't exactly easy to find either, but still pretty damn cool. Just a really expensive patch. And I don't have too many case knives because case knives tend to be expensive. I will show you guys something at the end of this that's really cool, though. The other one I've got, this is from, I don't know who this is from. And I'm going to have to look this up so I can try to figure it out. Did I just miss a buyer's giving? I missed a buyer's giving that I was a part of. Whoops. Oh, well. Let me see if I can figure out who this is from before I open it. Or you know what? It would say on the inside. I'm not gonna open this envelope on screen because I didn't have time to block my address from it. So I'm gonna open it off from the side. There should be a invoice in here I can peek at. Then that'll tell me what the hell it is. This is from... Oh, this is from Books and Knives for You. Okay, I opened one of their packages earlier today. From Books and Knives for You. And we've got a single knife in here, which is interesting because last time I was on Books and Knives for You, I tend to get a lot. Okay, here we go. What we have here, I'm going to put that envelope to the side so I know I got to futz with that later. We have, oh no. Ow, that was my knee. Just remember, if you happen to see my address, I also have firearms. I'm very protective of my shit. I also have cameras everywhere because I'm also very paranoid about my shit. This is a Rough Rider. I don't know what to think of this. I don't know what this is for. I don't know why I got this, or did I get this, or was this a giveaway? I'd like to say this was a giveaway. But anyway, this is from Books and Knives for You. This is a Rough Rider. Love, Peace, and Friendship. I have no idea what's in this box. We're going to find out. Other. Yes! I love these. I love these a lot. The only reason why I love them so much is because they remind me of a movie that I hold dear to my heart because it's just one of my favorite movies, A Christmas Story. It reminds me of their lamp, and it is a Rough Rider lady's leg. If I am in an auction and I see one of these pop up, I'm fighting for it. I don't care what color it is. I don't care what color the scales are, what it's made out of. I'm fighting for these on an auction. Yes, I got another lady's leg. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all these ladies' legs. I'm going to put them down side by side. I'm going to make myself a knife caterpillar. I'm going to make a knife-a-pillar out of all these ladies' legs that I end up collecting. Yes, another one. I love these knives. They're just so weird. And I'm a leg man, so there you go. There's not much to say on this. This one's a pink one, which I don't care. It's got a peace sign for a badge. And it's got on the blade peace, love, and friendship. I don't know if you can see that too clearly. Peace, love, and friendship on there. Rough Rider. I'm totally broken. Are you kidding me? I've been broken for a while. But yeah, anytime I see one of these knives on an auction, I'm gonna fight for it. I'm a fight you. Unless I already have it, I'm gonna fight you. Thankfully, nobody really fights. Nobody really fights over these aside from me. So if I remember correctly, I might have gotten this for like $4. Honestly, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Does it say what I got this for? No, I got this for $5. There you go. Close enough. I got this sucker for $5. Told you I will steal a knife on an auction. I have no shame. I do. I have shame. I feel bad. But I will still steal a knife on an auction. Am I selling these on Feet Finder? No. These are for my own special collection. These knives are so nice. I mean, these are just cool. I just love, like I said, I love wacky knives. And when I saw these for the first time, I fell in love. They're just so weird. I need to search for a large one. I don't think these come in any other size though. I've only seen them come in this size. I've never seen one bigger. Which reminds me, I still got to get that lamp from A Christmas Story. I still haven't gotten that. My girlfriend would kill me though, because where the hell am I going to put that lamp? I have a hard time trying to find places to store these things, much less a full-size lamp leg thing. But that is cool. I did not know that was coming in today. That's neat. I love these. I will hunt these suckers down on an auction. That was from Books and Knives for You. That's one of the ones that got delayed today and came in today. We got, I think, one last package that came in today. Yeah, this is the last of the late packages because I think the rest were my girlfriend's. This one is from. I recognize the name, but I can't remember. I think I've gotten some. I think I opened something from him already today. What's the tracking number on this one? Hold on. I've gotten to the habit of nicknaming my tracking numbers now so I can hopefully easily identify what the hell just came in. And this one ends in, okay, 41. Where are you? 1, 2. This is from RC. Oh, okay, just RC Landon. So from RC Landon. And I think this only has one box in here. Okay, so package here. Let's open this. Where'd my knife go? Let's open this up. It's gonna be one of those boxes within a box. Oh no, there's 2 boxes in here. Aha! Excuse me. Gosh, it's cough. We got another straight razor. Tell me I didn't get the same straight. One problem with all these little auctions that I get into, and it's happened once already, is half the time, and my girlfriend said I need to come up with a spreadsheet to help with this because it's happened once. I'm waiting for it to happen again. But I've been known to accidentally get 2 of the same knives. This one is another straight razor, and I'm hoping it's a different one from the one I just opened up. Amazon does not have extra large lady legs knives. Damn it. Oh well. I have 2 Black Widow razors. I'm telling you, I forget. Now, thankfully, I don't. I know I don't spend much on these. How much did I get this razor for? Hold on. This one seems even okay. That one moves a lot more fluid. Pretty nice. You know what? I'm gonna have to look. The other razor's in another box right now. Tell me that's not the same exact pattern. Hold on a second. Oh, they like paid diddly for this one. Okay, hold on. I want to see something because I want to. It's kind of a little experiment now. Are these the exact same pattern, or are these truly individual? Nope, they are truly individual. They do not have the same patterning, but they look absolutely gorgeous. Wait a second. No, okay. Wait. One is just a hair shorter than the other on the handle side. Just a hair shorter. That tells you they're definitely not just stamped out. Well, they might start some way that way, but definitely not just stamped out because that's definitely a hair shorter and a different patterning. So they're not just cookie cutter, same pattern, out they go. They do take quite a bit of care to put these through. Thomas, how you doing? Gentlemen, how you doing? Yeah, so yeah, I inadvertently got 2 of the same razor. And like I said, that's bound to happen. So this is the second time this has happened, where I've got 2 of the same knife because I couldn't remember what the hell I bid on. But I don't care because they're beautiful. Which, you know what that means? I've got 2 of the same one. One's going to stay in the box, in a pretty collection, or in a display. And I'm using the other one to shave. More than likely. Or I will try to. I'm short already, so I don't want to lose too much. I don't, like I said, I don't resell knives. I keep them for my collection. Unless I get a third. If I made the mistake of buying a third one, I'll probably sell the third one. That's a probably. Jimmy it away. Yeah, all mine. My precious. I'm a greedy bitch. Okay, so what else do we have in here? This one. High quality. I gotta love Rough Rider. Look at I'm teasing you. What is it? What do you think it is? Just from the box alone. Can you tell? Okay, this I just noticed this looks really weird on my screen because it looks like there's two boxes in here because I don't know, it just looks weird. Okay, anyway. This is a tortoise shell from Rough Rider. Imitation tortoise. No real tortoises were harmed in the making of this knife. I would be upset. I like tortoises. They're cute. Imitation tortoise shell with black liners. Rough Rider. This is a... I don't know what this could be because I can never remember. This... Oh! This is a canoe. I can always tell a canoe because of the shape of the handle. This is a canoe. You get two blades on a canoe. There's the tortoise shell badge. Rough Rider's tortoise shell badge. It's called a canoe because it's literally a canoe shape. You got two blades on this one. We've got... Oh my god, that is... Where's my nail nick? That's my elephant toe. I had a nail nick around here. I'm going to use it. I want to play with it now. I don't know where I put my nail nick. Damn. Oh, my nail nick's in a freaking white box. That's the toe. This has got to be the nail nick. And let's not step at any of those boxes because holy crap, there's a lot of sharp stuff in there. Yay! I get to use this thing. Because holy crap, that thing's strong as hell. We've got a... Oh! Maybe I'm not going to use this because I'm going to hurt myself even more. I just want it out anyway. We've got a spear point on one side, and we've got a... Oh! Okay, that's why you use the nail nick. Spear point on either side. Wow, I bent my nail. Spear point on both sides. Nice! Rough Rider canoe 440 B steel. I don't know if there's a difference between B or just regular 440. Let's shine that up a little bit. Almost lost a nail. Not a finger. I'm going to have to practice with that nail pick. Because... Ow. I could probably polish that blade up quite a bit too. But yeah, canoe, because it has the shape of a canoe. Wow! The synthetic tortoise shell, really, again, I know it's probably doesn't come out as well in on camera, but the imitation tortoise shell is freaking gorgeous. The other side of that thing, like fangs. God dang it! Why do these have to be so damn pretty? This has got a really strong detent. Oh my god. That is going to take a finger out. But, let's see here. Ugh, that's got a really strong detent. It's got an interesting... The canoe shape is interesting, but funny thing is it does fit pretty well in the hand. What are the oars? What? Oh, where are the oars? Oh, duh. I don't know. Haven't seen any. I think this is the only canoe that I currently have. I'm pretty sure I have other tortoise shells. Nice little rock. That is... Again, I don't think the camera's going to do this justice, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Especially when you can see all the things inside that resin or whatever they use. And as you turn this, it the 3D effect you see from all the colors in there, that's just really neat. Like a karambit? I don't know about a karambit. I've got a karambit. This one, I got one from Masalong. I've had this for like ever. This is my fighting knife. It's not a folder, though. I'm not going to flip this around because I don't feel like killing myself right now. But this one is from Massillon Karambit, the sheath. This one usually sits bedside. But then I think I was cleaning it up and just making sure everything was okay with it because it's been sitting bedside for so long and I hadn't done anything with it because, I mean, let's face it, I've got a gun on my bedside. That's going to be the first thing I reach for. But could use a little quick polishing with a sunshine cloth. But that's beautiful. That's a gorgeous knife. Rough Rider knows what the hell they're doing. Rough Rider, Case, even Imperial. But I think Rough Rider, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Rough Rider is has probably the most diverse selection. I know Case has a lot of stuff, but it seems to me that Rough Rider even has more. Which makes things worse because that's just more to want to have. Like I said, thankfully they have some stuff that I don't care about. At least I can take comfort in that. Like their Lollipop series, I'm not too keen on. I don't know, just the Lollipop series looks weird to me. All right, so that's it for the packages that actually just came in today. Good God, what time is it now? We're almost at 5. I still got 3 boxes. Okay, real quick. What's this one from? Who is this one from? That's from Titan. We're going to save that for last. Even though it's a smaller box. Unless Titan's here, and then I'll open it now. Okay, on to the bigger boxes. Good grief. This one is also from Book. Oh, no, I didn't open this. Books and Knives for You. Biggin. There's a big box. Where the hell's the seal to this? I hope this mic lasts. I have another microphone in case this dies. I charged it, so it better. I hope my phone lasts. My phone might die. All right. We got candy peanuts again. Yay! Yum. Not really. They're gross. Yes, I tried eating one. Oh my God, there's a lot of peanuts in this one. This is gonna be a mess. Packing slip. Don't care about. We got. Sunshine cloth. Yay! I have so many of those. Can't have enough. Mystery box 1. Mystery box 2. Mystery box 3. Mystery whatever the hell this is. We got Gibby. Now, it's not like I get all these in one auction. A lot of times I might have attended 2 or 3 auctions. No, I'm pretty sure I got this all in one auction. Oh, am I kidding? I'm a liar. This is pretty much all in one auction. Okay, so we got 3 mystery boxes. We got a sunshine cloth, which is... These are awesome polishing cloths. Basically, you don't wash these. They have like Jeweler's Rouge, I think is what they call it, already in these cloths. And as you use them, they actually turn black. But what it does is it polishes like a lot of metals into like a very bright sheen, because they have a little bit of what do you call that? I said Jeweler's Rouge, but they're slightly abrasive. So you're actually it actually does a really good job at polishing. You want to be careful though if you've got anything on the blade that might be etched on the blade really lightly. You probably don't want to use one of these because you could polish that image or writing right off. They are that abrasive. They have another type of cloth, which is a blue cloth, which is less abrasive, but this is their like standard, is this yellow sunshine cloth. But I love these things. You use them until they're all completely black. This one still has life in it, and then you toss it away. You never wash these things. But that's what a sunshine cloth is. Great for polishing knives, jewelry, what have you. Anything metallic and shiny. Great for that. And then we got, I can already see what these are. These are collectible case cards. And what these are for is these have, now, I don't know if they're any different. They say collectible, but I'm pretty sure they're the same card. These basically teach you all about the anatomy of a case knife, the basic blade shapes, how the case knives at least are put together. You even have a tiny ruler, and then it also shows you how to date your case knife, so you know how old or from what decade your case knife might have been born on. Handle materials, whole lot of case information on this little card, and I apparently was tossed 3 of them, probably as a give. Oh no, you know what? I might have bought 1, but I've got 3 here because I've wanted a case card because I wanted the info. Regardless, I got 3 of them in here. That's cool. So that was another thing, another little thing. I have another Givey envelope. I don't know what the hell this could be. I want to be good. Whatever in here is flexible, so I don't want to tear it up. What is in here? Oh my god. I got another Trump bill. That was a giveaway. Yeah, another Trump bill with a sticker. I got $200 worth of Trump bills. I'm rich. Nice. Can you use them on Damascus? You probably could. I mean, it wouldn't hurt it. It depends. And on a true Damascus, I don't think it would do anything. On those etched Damascus, where they're just, they're fake Damascus and they just put a Damascus pattern on them, you probably wouldn't want to. You probably wouldn't want to put that or use that on there. Or you could, just don't apply too much pressure when you're polishing using one of these cloths, because, like I said, they are mildly abrasive. They will polish down scratches and things that are and imperfections on the knife, and even light etching they'll polish down if you're not careful. Okay, so we got 3 more knives. These are all from books and knives for you. The first one, we're starting to pop these open because, oh my god, it's 5 o'clock already. And I've got to work on dinner. This one, Rough Rider. Black Appaloosa Spades. Oh, I love the Black Appaloosas. This is the first Black Appaloosa I think I got. And this one is a Barlow. I'm pretty sure. Yep. This one's a Barlow. In Black Appaloosa. They call it Black Appaloosa because it's got the like a Appaloosa horse pattern on it. White with black splotches. Let's get this in the front of the camera. There we go. We've got the Spades badge, steel bolsters, which you'll see how quickly this polishes up with this thing. And thank you for everybody subscribing. Hey, Scott, almost didn't see your name up there. Actually, let me fix something so I can see all my chat. I realize I can only see part of it. Who else is in here? Scott! Welcome to the stream. I'm just opening these because on live stream because it's fun for me, and why not share the fun? Yeah, see, you can see how quickly these sunshine cloths work, and where there were light scratches and smudges on the bolster, now super bright and shiny. That's why I love these cloths. I have a bunch of them. Just got another one there in the box from Books and Knives for You. So that's really cool. Black Appaloosa Rough Rider Spades. This is, oh no, this is not a Barlow. I was wrong. Barlows have 2 blades. This has 1. Waylon, chime in, because I'm guessing it's a Hunter. It's not a lockback. This is a slip joint knife, so there's no lock to it. We've got a drop point blade, or that's weird. It's got 2 nail nicks on there, which is interesting. And it's got a little swoop. I'm going to call it a clip point, because that's what it looks like to me. polish that up a little bit more. I love the spade badge on this. The black Appaloosa looks absolutely beautiful. And these golden, there's a black and a golden liner, which looks really neat. I don't know if I'll bring this a little closer. There we go. That looks really cool. Beautiful looking knife. It's the first Appaloosa that I got, the black Appaloosa I got. They've got other colors in the Appaloosa line. The black Appaloosa is all its own line. Then I think they might have like a reddish or pink Appaloosa. I can't quite remember. All gorgeous looking. I mean, none of them disappoint in the looks department. And what is it? Is this a Barlow? It's still a Barlow? Because I thought Barlows had two blades and were a little stubbier. I'm not the expert. I'm still new to a lot of this. But pretty cool blade. You got a mid stop and a really nice snap to that. Freaking awesome. I no longer have room for all my knives. I have almost said I have too many. You can't have too many. You can have a hell of a lot though. That's awesome. Okay, what else we got? What else is the next surprise? Oh, I already saw the end point of that one. I know what this is. Well, I know what kind of series this is. This is a Celestial. Yes. Celestial series. These are cool for a very specific reason. Not only are they pretty, but if I understand correctly, these suckers also glow in the dark. Do I get the sunshine rags from Ginny's? Not this particular one. I think I bought this so I can get into a gibby. And then I ended up buying everything else, so I don't know why I bothered. Or I might have picked this up because he was selling them super cheap. That might have been another reason, because these can get, they're not terribly expensive, because remember, you don't wash these, you throw them away when they're done, but they do last a while. I think these normally go for like $9 a pop. And I might have gotten it for less, so. Okay, this is the Rough Rider Celestial series. Now, like I said, not only are these pretty, but they don't like coming out of the box. This one is a lockback. But supposedly these also glow in the dark. Now, I don't know of a way to test it because there's so much light in this room, even if I were to turn off the lights. But this is the Celestial series. I love the look of the scales on this. And this is a lockback. No midpoint on that. No, you just the lockback here. Press down and close, and a little snap. This probably has the least amount of snap to any of the Rough Riders that I own. Yeah, this has the least amount of snap. But these scales supposedly glow. Maybe not entirely, but like supposedly they have like some glow stuff mixed in. And that's why they call these Celestials. Let's polish that up a little bit. What was designed by someone on acid? What? But yeah, this is a lockback. And let's see if that, I don't know, maybe I just hit it for a second there. It didn't lock. Nope, I must have just hit it. Okay, there we go. 440 stainless steel, like every other Rough Rider. There are Rough Riders with different steels. They're just mostly, what you're going to come across is stainless, or the 440 stainless. I do have a high carbon one next to me that I was going to show you guys later. I might have already showed it. But beautiful knife. I like the I like all of them. Damn it. This sucks. Especially for my wallet. I'm broke. I'm eating freaking ramen for the rest of this week. Ramen and spaghetti. Whatever the hell's cheaper. But this one is gorgeous. And all these are unique. Because I've seen a few others. Just like that Black Widow was unique. There we go. That's the Celestial. How solid was that lockup? Again. Nope, that's pretty solid. That doesn't want to really move. I'm just surprised at how easy it is to hit that the lock and lock back. All right, let's put that away. That's probably a carrying knife too. I would carry that. Put you over there. Trying to be a little speedier. What we got? What's the last one? Last one. Oh, last one is a tortoise shell. Except which one did I get this time? If it's another canoe, I don't think it is. This one's a Barlow. This is not a Barlow. That could still be a Barlow. This has. I could have sworn Barlow's had 2 knives or 2 blades. This one is not a lockback. Again, beautiful tortoise shell handle. I'm gonna use the polishing cloth on that too to smooth out any scratches. And looks like copperish bolsters on it. Little turtle badge. Just as beautiful as the canoe. Clip point blade with a midpoint. Slip joint. Let's polish that up. It looks like it might have been sitting in some oil. So I'm going to have to clean that up a bit. Yeah, there it goes. It looked like it might have been sitting in some old oil. There was some gunk on there, but that came off. 440B stainless. Single clip point blade. These are just pretty knives. How big is that blade? Sometimes they're a little. They look a little bigger than they really are. This one's a 2.5-inch blade. Yeah, this is definitely sitting in some oil. I'm gonna be re-oiling and waxing these, all of these tonight. Probably be doing this while I'm playing video games in my video game stream. That's beautiful, though. I love the imitation tortoise shell. It just looks so cool looking at it live because it's got like this 3D thing going on inside that resin or whatever they use for those. Nice snap on that one. Okay, that's everything I've got from books and knives for you. I think that's all of them. We've got 2 more boxes. Last one is Titans. I'm going to save that because I know a lot of you guys like the Titan stuff. But we've got a big one. This is the biggest box of the bunch. This is from... Now, I can't show the box top because this one's smudged off. This one's from Old Country 96774. At least that's the seller. I'm going to have to open this off screen. Because labels... All right. Somebody scream if you can no longer hear me. I'm worried my mic's going to die. This is the longest stream I think I've done yet. I think I had more boxes the last stream, but this one's taking me longer. We've got a whole bunch of shredded. What the hell is this? Oh, packing slip. Okay. Oh. All right. I know what's in here. Well, that's one way to pad the inside of a box is tear up Amazon bubble pack and shred the hell out of it. Because that's how they did this one. That works. I can't complain. Okay, this one's going to be interesting because A, we're going to know what these are immediately. B, this is another one of those instances where I've got one of the same thing. Because my memory sucks. The first one we're going to look at is the Rough Rider Wasp. Why are we looking at this one first? because this is the one I already purchased a while ago. It's this one. In fact, let's check this out just in case, but I'm pretty sure, yep, it's that one. I already have one. You know what that means? This one's going to be kept nice and safe in a display or something. This sucker is going in a pocket. And this is called a sow belly. And the reason for that is because of the shape of this handle. It's a little off center. It looks kind of like a canoe, but it's off. The little hump is off center. This is the Wasp series, black and yellow. Micarta. I don't know what kind of micarta. I'm guessing linen micarta. They're two-bladed. You've got a clip point right there, and then we've got, I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, kind of like a spay blade. Kind of like a trapper, except where a trapper you have a straighter handle. The sow belly, you got that curve bump at the bottom, and it ends in a little thicker at the butt. But otherwise pretty similar to a trapper. And this one is your regular size sow belly. So I don't know how big that blade is. It's at least 3 inches, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's say, oh, just a hair over 3 inches. And the spay blade itself is probably the same. I know I'm measuring it weird. Yeah, it's gonna be about 3 inches. But that is the Wasp. Another one that I already had. In fact, the funny thing is, I knew what this one was when it came in, and this one actually would have been unboxed at the same time as the other one, except I knew it was a double, so I went ahead and unboxed it early to like satisfy my need to open something, knowing that I would be unboxing another one live on the stream. So yeah, the one in the box is to the collection it goes. This one is going to find its way and use in my pocket or in my car as a car knife for like emergency use, whatever. But that is the Wasp sow belly. Freaking cool knife. I don't know. All these Rough Riders, they all so many different unique looks, styles, and stuff. It's hard not to want to collect a lot of these. Now, the other one, or the other two, are both tough stags. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure they're different knives, just from the same series. Yeah, I'm like a kid in Christmas morning. This one, okay, this is a Barlow. This is what I know a Barlow to be. Like I said, the other ones have the single blade, so I'm questioning that a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research. But this is what I know a Barlow to be. This one has 2 blades on it. They're a little stubby. I don't know if you understand what I mean by stubby. They're a little on the shorter side, on the thicker side. 2 blades. This one, we've got I guess I'd call that a spear point. And the main blade is going to be a clip point. There we go. Really strong detent on this one. We got a midpoint, which is a mid stop, which is always good. And the highlight of these is the tough stag. I'd like to say, again, I don't know if that's bone or antler. I mean, essentially it's the same thing, almost. I'd like to say antler. And then burnt. And that's where you get the burnt lines and the texturing. You get the Rough Rider, hand-built Rough Rider badge right dead center on there. Ooh, that is sharp. It gave me a little nip. And I just think the tough stags have always been really popular. And so do Barlows. Barlows are really popular because they're compact, they're small, they're easy to carry. And think about it, you got two knives. So when if you're using a knife like this heavily, and it's starting to get dull, you've got another blade that can back you up and resume cutting with. Another reason why a lot of these knives are popular is because they have multiple blades, and when one gets dull, you can just keep working. But I always thought this was a very beautiful look, and again, the camera does not do it justice. Almost looks like flames, but that's really cool. But this is what I know a Barlow to be. The two blades, kind of stubby, kind of chunky. And I think this is a standard size Barlow. I don't know if they come bigger than this. I know I've seen smaller. Really good snap. I know I've seen smaller than this. I just don't know if I've seen bigger than this. So I don't know if this is like your standard size Barlow or not. That's really cool. Tough stag. Another tough stag. This one better not be a Barlow. This one is not. Thank you. So now I've got more of a matching series. This one is a... Wow. Brain fart. Trapper. No, it started with a T. This one is a trapper. We've got two blades on one end. One's going to be a clip point. The other one's going to be a spade blade, I bet. There's your clip point. And this one should be a spade blade. They both have two nail nicks with a very strong mid stop and detent. Again, with that really cool burnt handle, hand built badge. Again, probably 440. Yep, 440 stainless, full size trapper. Again, these knives are just handy as hell. I mean, I'll keep I love my modern knives. I'm always going to love my modern knives. I'm always going to continue collecting modern knives as well. But I think everybody should have a traditional knife in the pocket as their main workhorse. Save the modern knife for your quick emergencies if you need to like deploy it fast for whatever reason. Or also, I realize I use a lot of modern knives for another reason. I like to fidget, and you can't really fidget with a traditional knife. Not many traditional knives that I'm aware of you can fidget with anyway. But yeah, I like to use my traditional knives for the heavy duty stuff, for doing all the cutting and the daily stuff. And then if the need arises and there's an emergency or I have to deploy a fast blade for whatever reason, the modern knife is ready to go. It's not dulled from use, and I don't have to worry about, is it going to do what I need to do, or am I going to have trouble with it because this is taking the brunt of the daily work. Really sharp detent. On one of these days, I'm going to close this on my hand. I know it. It happens. It's going to happen. I'm pretty sure I've had one close on my hand before, a long time ago. That sucks. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, funny thing is that was probably the biggest box of the bunch and the quickest to go through. So we got two tough stags. Okay, so I don't know if Titan's on or not, but we are down to the last box. We're going to open up the Titan because I can't remember what's in here. I can't remember what's in this Titan box. I have so many Titan knives. I might not have as many Titan knives as some of you all, like C Money, even UBT. I know probably has more Titan knives than I do, but I'm not going to say I haven't amassed quite the collection of Titan knives already. I've amassed quite a few. I just don't think I've reached your levels yet. Okay, so welcome back. Thanks as always. Okay, what do we have? Oh, this is interesting. The hell is this? Okay, I did not expect that. Hold on. Making sure that's all that's in here. Yep, that's everything. We got 2 knives in here. One of the knives is a toss in. He likes to toss these suckers in. Oh, yeah. Alaire or Alan, I think his name is. Another big buyer over there. This is the toss in. So this one I didn't buy. He likes to toss little knives like this in. These are cool as hell, though. These are neat. I think I have another one that's similar to this. A little Damascus keychain knife with a leather sheath with a cord. Probably use it as a neck knife as well. And beautiful green handle on it. Exactly. I love his toss-ins. That sounds dirty, but I love when he tosses them in. You can tell him that. Beautiful Damascus blade. Let's see how sharp that is. I know he works on the sharpening. That it's got a little bit of a burr on there, but I know I can fix that in a jiffy. Otherwise, I know I can get these things razor sharp. I know I honed the razor I got from him, and I can shave with that. I'm just scared. Anyway, this is cool. And the funny thing is you'd think a knife like this isn't very functional because the handle is so small. I mean, I barely get 2 fingers on this handle. But if you think about it, if I put my pinky through this and then hold it, and I have the pinky kind of pulling on that chain a bit, it's almost like I've got a full grip on this thing. It's pretty how do I say this? Like I could definitely see using this for day-to-day use, opening boxes and packages. I mean, with my pinky in there, I get a pretty good strong grip on this. It feels almost like a full grip as opposed to like if I was just holding it like this. Like holding it like this, I could see somebody be like, "How the hell you get the pinky out?" Little dainty knife. Like how the hell would you use this and be afraid not to cut yourself? But slipping that pinky in there, if you slip that pinky in the hole, it becomes much more useful. I think that's the way it feels like in my hand. Like I almost have a full grip on it, like almost a full grip knife. But that's neat. And this is their toss-ins. Really cool. I always love the toss-ins. In fact, one of the toss-ins he's put in one of my orders, it has become probably one of my favorite knives to use that I actually use from him. But we'll put that away. Let's see what I picked up because I'm confused because I did not expect this. Now, when I bought the razor came in a leather sheath. Where did I put it? You got so many boxes. The razor came in a leather sheath like this, and it has a little honing rod. Okay, there's the razor. As far as I know, I only bought one razor, but I've got another sheath here with another honing rod. I didn't expect to have another one with a honing rod. Did something just fall? Stop it. I got a stack of knives here. So this one came with a honing rod. I'm a little surprised by that. Oh, this is the lockback. Oh, really? He put a honing rod in there? Okay, I'm not complaining. Hold on, she's trying to show me something.
After what not?
No. Why?
I can enter stuff. Or
I'm using it.
about your other one?
I don't have another one. I have one phone. She's trying to enter a giveaway.
90 seconds.
90
Every
seconds.
90 seconds.
I'm sorry. I'm using it to record.
Hurry up.
No,
Hurry up. How much more?
I've still got plenty. All right. So this is the lockback I got from him recently, if you guys were watching. This one has the pirate skull on bone. Oh, there's a lot of oil. Pirate skull on bone, wood bolsters. That's pretty cool. Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? What? You're not touching what? I just caught up on chat. Well, you're not touching what, Morgan? Oh, the girlfriend and friend. She's like, I want your help to enter a giveaway. They giveaway. I'm using my phone to record all or to live stream. So yeah, this one's oiled up. Cool looking. Well, first of all, I just like the color, the bone, the wood combination. I thought was real neat. The pirate skull was just sort of like, I guess, the cream on the top of this one. This is a lockback. Ooh, I like that click. Solid lock on that one. Always good to see. And I need a different rag because this is so oiled up, which is good. Because these are Damascus. If you don't take care of them, they will corrode. Solid lockup on it. Gorgeous patterning on the knife. Let's like other side. That's pretty. I like that. I don't know what kind of patterning they would call this. I like the jimping on it too. Yeah. Got some jimping on the back. You can see the back right there. Nice. Yeah, we'll call that's a clip point. I like the accent on the pivot. You've got like a copper goldish ring around a steel center pin. And really nicely done bone handle, smooth and rounded. No sharp edges at all that I can feel. Hold on, let me run my finger down and see if I bleed. Nope. That is pretty. This one was hard because he has so many lockbacks and there are so many. I'm going to admit something. I won the auction, and when you win one of his auctions, is for the most part, a lot of times it's going to be winner picks. So he's got a bunch of these lying on a table. You win the auction, you get to pick what you want from a lineup. And he's got so many of these different lockbacks that are on the table. Like if I didn't just blurt out one of them, I could sit there for an hour debating on which one I wanted the most. And there are several on that table that I know I really like. One of this one obviously included, and I didn't want to hang up the whole the whole auction, so I just had to blurt out the first one that I saw, which was this one. I know there's a blue-green one that looks really cool. There's other bone, other colors, other combinations that look really neat. I literally just blurted this one out. Yeah, buyer's choice. I literally just blurted this one out because it was one that was on my list. And I'm not disappointed. Yeah, what was it 45 for the lockbacks will get you two? I forgot how much I got this one for. I don't know if he gives you thank you notes. Tells you he loves you and all that stuff, but I don't think he gives a proper invoice. At least not that I saw. So I can't remember what I got this for. I know I couldn't have gotten it for very much. Obviously, I only had my pick of one, so it didn't go over 45. But beautiful blade. Very functional blade, too. I like that. The jimping's nice. Good, solid lock. Let's see how that is when I unlock it. Yep. And a nice snap. So a decent detent when closing the knife. See, this is one of those that I would love to use. But it's one of those that not only would I love to use, but they're just so pretty. I'd hate to mar it with any use. Not that you could really tell on a Damascus blade. But yeah, it's one of those that, like, I want to be able to use because it's so cool, but then I don't want anything happening to it. Which means, now I could say I'll get another one, but then I know if I pick another one, I'm going to think that one's just as pretty as this one. I'm not going to want to use either of them. I just want to look at it. Let's see how that edge is now that I've got it open again. I don't... Oh no, there's a little bit of a burr. Very hair bit of a burr on one side. Let's see the other side. Yeah. But like I said, I've never had a problem honing these. I know I can get this razor sharp. In fact, hold on. What do we have here? I'm on fine. I've done this once on camera. Just some light runs off of my fine ceramic. It's a fine ceramic rod that I was using. The burr's gone. Let's drop it. Then leather strop with some green compound. You don't want to press too hard. You just want to run that edge roughly a 50 or 20 degree angle, 20, 17 degree angle, something like that. And you don't want to press too hard because you don't want to roll that edge over. Put a few light strops. And oh, that is all it needed. And I chipped my nail. That's all that needed. That's sharp. Where's that magazine? And I'm just doing this all nice and quick. I know I can do better than this. I just wanted to do a quick job. Now it's tearing. Yeah. There's still some spots I could work on. But otherwise, that caught on my skin pretty quick. It's got a sawtooth edge on that. A little bit more work, and I think I could probably shave with this sucker too. I love this little portable sharpener. This thing's awesome. I'm also holding it backwards. Got 2 diamond plates. Got 2 types of ceramic rods, coarse and fine. You got even one for sharpening fish hooks if you need something like that. Got a smaller rod for serrated edges. I'm not a fan of serrated knives, so that never sees any use. But coarse and fine diamond, there you go. Leather stropping strip. And it's compact. Carry that around wherever. But that is a toothy edge. And that's sharp. Like I can touch that edge with my skin, but I don't want to run my finger down because that's going to bite and that's going to cut. And where am I getting all this gunk under my nails from? Just from all this cloth and knife handling. There we go. I'm going to have to, we will oil that up again. I like to use this Camilla oil. It's like a food safe oil. Because I'll use the same thing on my carbon kitchen knives. Since it's food safe, it won't, you can oil up your knives and you don't have to worry about it messing with your food when you're using the knife. That wicked wax that I use on my knives also is food safe. Like no chemicals, nothing like that. But the Camilla oil or the wicked wax, there's a few other different products that do the same, similar things. All do a great job of keeping things from corroding. I find that I like to use the Camilla oil a little on the heavier side though. And the wicked wax, what I'll do is I'll apply a bit of wax on each side, and then I'll kind of like wipe it down till I can't see the wax anymore. And as long as the oil isn't drippy on the blade, I've wiped most of it off. you're usually leaving a nice thin film on the steel, and that's enough to keep it from corroding. There we go. All nice, oiled up and pretty. And for now, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it back up in the plastic wrap until, oh, well, probably want to close that. There we go. And then I'll do a more thorough cleaning, honing, oiling of this later on. But that's actually pretty cool. I was surprised to see another honing rod. I did not expect that at all. I don't know if it's because did I ask for this holster or this sheath? I think I asked for this sheath. I wasn't aware it came with either that or I wasn't paying very good attention. I didn't know it came with a honing rod. That's badass. Probably right now one of my favorite knives from Titan. Okay, that's it for all the knives that I got in the packages today. I did want to show you something neat though, because something came in. It wasn't from my auctions, and it has some special significance to me because of what my channel is, my channel name, and kind of it was neat to find out that these even existed. And I thought they were, I mean, when you think about it, I kind of just had to get them. The first one, this was my very first case knife. Technically, it wouldn't have been my first case knife, but due to circumstances beyond my control, this ended up being the first case knife I ever owned. And this is, and the funny thing is I ask about this all the time. Now, by all looks, it's your typical case synthetic yellow sod buster. Okay. And if you've seen any people auctioning case knives before, you've probably seen plenty of these rather plain looking synthetic yellow knives. But the reason why this one is so special to me is because of this. Now, according to Case, they only made a run of 600 of these knives. Now, these are still available. You can still buy these. But they've only made a run of 600. This is one of 600. It's their Case Squirrel sod buster. You got a single. Wow, hell of a detent. Single blade. It's a drop point. And like I said, it was just neat. And I mean, it's your typical sod buster, but they etched a squirrel on there. They've got a trapper, which I still have yet to get. But next paycheck, that's going to be probably the next knife I pick up. Is the trapper, which has the two knives. And yeah, that'll definitely be the next one I get, is the trapper version of this. I don't think the trapper is limited or is a limited run. But everything I've seen on this one's supposed to be a limited run of 600. Now, the other one that I was going to show you guys that came in, this one had a hell of a story because this one I had some trouble with. I was beginning to think this knife was cursed because the other knife is a limited run of 500. So according to Case, they've only made 500 of these. And I was at the time, it was really hard to find. Funny thing is now I'm finding them on Amazon for crying out freaking loud. But at the time when I was looking, they were hard to find. I found a merchant that carried them, ordered it. They sent it to the post office, and the post office promptly lost it. Thanks a lot, U.S. Postal Service. So somehow it got lost. I was very upset. The merchant that sold it to me didn't have a replacement. They gave me a discount on another knife, and that's how I got this one. So I got a discount on this, plus 2-day FedEx shipping, because screw that. Thankfully, I found another merchant that had the knife that I was looking for. And so I immediately placed an order for that one. And like I said, now I'm finding this on Amazon, which is like, really? Had I known it was on there, I probably would have nabbed it from there. Although, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have, because it is more expensive on Amazon by a little bit. And also I have been bait on and switched on an Amazon knife before. And I would not have been happy if that were to happen. but I ordered it from a different merchant. They shipped it out. It was out for delivery. And the wrong carrier picked it up. So even though it said it was out for delivery, it didn't get to my house on the normal with the normal mailman that I have. Thankfully, the other mailman that actually picked it up by accident was nice enough and take an extra trip and deliver it to me. But it's this one. I know BT's probably seen this one already. This, as you can see, I've protective. There's the wrapper. This is the antique bone, the Case Antique Bone Squirrel Trapper. And camera will not do this one justice. This is a antiqued bone etched with a squirrel. You've got a case knife or case. I don't know. Well, you got a case badge. I don't know if that's a particular shape or not. It's almost like a really elongated acorn. I don't know if that's on purpose or what. But this is their wildlife series squirrel. And they have other wildlife series that are also limited edition. Like I said, this is one of 500, although I am seeing them now I've seen a couple on eBay. I've seen them on Amazon. I think they're roughly under 130 on Amazon. I paid for mine like maybe 110, something along those lines. But the Case Wildlife Series Squirrel just has special meaning to me because of my because of the channel, the name, all that fun stuff. Squirrel, there you go. So I wanted to end this live stream with showing you guys this one because I just thought this was super cool. And also the second would have been my first case knife, but the second case knife I ever owned, because case knives tend to be, since they're USA made, tend to be a lot more expensive. Although the synthetics are probably the least expensive of them, they still usually end up being around like 50 some odd dollars for the synthetic case knife. This one, like I said, ran me about 110. I think on Amazon they're like just under 130. And there are other case knives that run even much more expensive than this. In fact, the place that I got this knife from, they do custom work on case knives, and some of their custom work on the case knives will run over $500. I've seen a couple of their custom work case knives running over $500, which is crazy. At the same time, they're friggin' beautiful. If you want to know who they are, it's called I think Wild Horse Customs or Wild Horse Custom Knives. If you look them up, they have some crazy custom case knives that are absolutely insane gorgeous and also equivalently expensive. Or if you're C money, drop in a bucket. Wherever C money is right now. But this has quickly become probably one of my favorite knives that I own, mainly because of what it stands for, the imagery. And so now it's just immediately holding a special place in my heart because of the squirrel. Same thing with this one. And like I said, I plan on getting the trapper version of this one soon. And it's also kind of like a Father's Day present to myself. So yeah, this holds some significant value to me. In fact, if anything, if I ever have the money and if they're still available at that point, I probably will snag a second one because why the hell not? And carry one of these with me. But I've only got one for now. So this is going to go in a special like display or something to be held in for safekeeping. And good quality USA made knife. Its little box is even sort of a display. It's got a little rubber band to hold it in the box. So we'll slip that in there. Little velvet tin, which is kind of neat, is what it came in. And yeah, I stuck this stuff in there to protect it, although I'll probably polish and wax it again for shits and giggles. So that'll stay in there. Okay, there you go. Nice and safe until I can figure out how I'm going to display this and where I'm going to put it. Excuse me. Okay, this has already run super long, so I'm going to end it here. I'll be back on to do my video game stream later tonight, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, on my Durana's Game Cave channel. I think I have a link in the description to that if you ever want to watch me play video games. I don't even know what I'm playing tonight because I finished a scary game last night, which was pretty neat. But yeah, this is going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. I mean, this is just a fun thing for me to do. I just figured I'd share the unboxing. In fact, I probably torture myself more than anything because I'm waiting for the Saturday to open all these packages that come in. As far as next week is concerned, I'm not going to have as many boxes because I am broke. I do still have boxes coming in, but just nowhere near the number that I have. I might still do a live unboxing, same time, same day, Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I might still do that. If I do that, I'll put a notification out so you guys are aware. If I don't have that many boxes to unbox, maybe I'll do something. We can just chat, discuss stuff, talk about knives. Maybe I'll sharpen, polish, or whatever. You can see what I do to maintain my knives, or how I maintain my knives, how I sharpen my knives, things like that. We could do something like that as well. I just can't recall how much stuff is coming in because I know there's a few boxes coming in this week. However, not all of them are going to be knives. I have strayed into the realm of buying some new shoes and some t-shirts. I know some of those are shoes and t-shirts and not knives. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys had fun watching. If you liked what you saw, please drop a like down below. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell, and you guys will get notified when new videos drop. I know I've been slower on the videos as well because I have not been acquiring so much that I unbox on screen. Although some of these I might do more detailed videos on, like, say, for example, the squirrel knives. And definitely that modern knife from DEF CON. I'll do a video on that and probably some shorts. I've been slowing it down. I wanted to do a lot of videos when I started this stream or the start of this channel, so that way I had plenty to build a base on. But I'm at the point where I'm kind of slowing down a bit. I'll pump videos out still as fast as I can. It just might not be at the same volume of like one a day. But do believe I'm going to keep this channel alive because I am enjoying this way too much. But did I hear ASC money? Yeah, we were just talking about how much some of these knives are and how much I've been spending. And who the hell is calling me on my phone while I'm recording? Mom? Well then, I guess that's my cue. I'm gonna have to call my mom back. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you again for watching. You guys in chat, awesome as always. Come unbox yours. If you want to come over, I'll unbox everything. I like unboxing things. It's like Christmas. I have nothing else to close with. Like I said, hopefully another unboxing next Saturday, or we'll just bullshit. Who knows? Otherwise, I'll be doing my gaming stream all throughout the week, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to catch that. And that's it. I got to get out of here. I got to go call my mom back. Yes. Hey, Blue, that's my daughter. I got to go call my mom back. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again. Hope to no, I said that already. Oh, yeah. I still haven't come up with a closing, so I'm still using my video game stuff. So if you're wondering why I have a weird video game opening and a video game closing, it's because I've been busy. I'm just going to use the same stuff. And hopefully I'll have links down below. I know I've been lazy with that too. Good God, I've been busy. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Bye!
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I
occurs to me I have to update that Patreon thing because I don't think I have that many Patreons anymore. This is old.
Figure out what you like and find your limits. Don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds. People can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive.
Also, just realized they echo.
Action and with a little time.
At least the music might.
Make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to
Okay, I'm out of
while
here.
you're
Bye.
down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.